are back. We are back. It is Monday Night Football, ladies and gentlemen. If you are not excited, you are at the wrong channel. Tonight we have your Baltimore Ravens, Washington Commanders. I know it's preseason, week 2, but listen, it's Monday night. You cannot deny that, and this is what we have been waiting for. This is what we need. Before we get started, make sure you guys smash that like, that thumbs up, and, of course, subscribe to the channel. Click that bell, turn on your notifications so you don't miss a stream. You're rocking with your boy Jay. Shout out to the Wrench Gang. Shout out to the family. Shout out to all the watchers, all the listeners as we prepare to get started. Mr. Ryan, there will be no album coming out. Not for me, at least.
Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid.
You guys are hilarious.
Who am I? I'm so flagrant.
Shout out to Jobless.
I'm running the race and I'm faster than him. Yeah. All of the trash, forget him. I'm running the race and I'm faster than him. Yeah. All of the trash, forget him.
All right, there we go. Shout out to Immortal. Shout out to Sheila. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Shout out to you, Ghost. What's up? Jacob Frederick. They did not say that. They did not say OBJ was playing. Shout out to Cameron. What's up, bro? What's going on with you, my man? Melvin in the building. Ronald in the house. Let's go.
You know she hooked on me. Who you not? They throw the book on me. Oh Lord. I did my time, they got me shook on me. You know I gotta come back. You know I gotta get the racks. You know I gotta get them M's. I'm running the race and I'm faster than them. Yeah.
SRT sauced out. What up, yo? What's going on? We'll get the starting lineup soon, ladies and gentlemen. Once we get started here, we'll know what's going on. See who's going to start for these Ravens and these Commanders. Shout out to Broncos Flag Football.
Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid. Who am I? I'm so flagrant.
How many games we got left? We got week 3 left. We got one more week. Week 3 left. Loose Can, what's up, man? What's going on with you? Three, 8-2 so far. Go Ravens. Wait a minute. Hold on. Stop the music, DJ. Stop the music. Shout out to Michelle. Says, hey, Jay, you are my reward for my first day of school. I'm finishing my degree. 2 classes left. I started in 86. I'm now a single mom at 55, and I'm going to do it. Michelle, that is so inspirational, and I'm so glad to hear that. If that is not an inspiration for anyone else, I don't know what to tell you. Congratulations, Michelle. Keep it going. Stay focused. And if you haven't heard this today, I'm proud of you, without a doubt. And I wholeheartedly mean that. 100%. Shout out to you. Shout out to Yvonne. Jonas, what's up, man? So since the Bills lost with starting players, I'm not liking the stream. Well, that's fine, Jonas. That's totally fine. We're not here to talk about the Bills. Okay? We're not here to talk about the Bills. We're here to talk about these Ravens and these Commanders. Melvin said, you are the DJ. No, I had to stop the DJ. Michelle came in with some fire. Shout out to you, Michelle. Jacob says, Jay, read last. Let me go back up. Jay, I can't wait for Wednesday. Me too. I can't wait for Wednesday either. A lot of stuff's going on. Monday Night Football celebration with Jay. Let's go, Michelle. Let's go. Shout out to the Wrench Gang. Shout out to the family, everybody. We got Monday Night Football. Now, listen, you already know We rocking with the mouse tonight. This is our first Monday Night Football back, so we're going to see how this goes. But y'all already know what time it is, and if you don't know, you'll find out. So we'll see how it goes. Shout out to you, Sonya. What's going on with you, Tyler, in the house? XP, what up, what up, what up? All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, DJ, bring back the music. Serious Biz knows. Shout out to Interesting Things. Ghost, I got the Ravens. Yeah, I got the Ravens. Mortal says, talk about those paper lions. I can't wait till we get started with the regular season. I really can't wait. So much talk, so much discussion, so much craziness going on. Think of Trey Lance's show. I mean, there's a reason why Brock Purdy's starting, right? Trey's gonna be jobless, man. I'm sure they'll get him out of there though. Mark says, heartless. I gotta keep it real, Mark. You already know that, man. Gotta keep it real, bro. All that hype around Trey for nothing. I just can't wait till Brock shows out and then everybody's like hopping on the Brock bandwagon when I was already telling them last year. Y'all can go back to the videos where I was getting so much hate for it. Shout out to Dillion. What up, man? Jacob J. Should I draft Josh Allen as my quarterback? Yes, of course. He's at the top of the fantasy list right now. Why wouldn't you? Shout out to Isaac. Says, what do you think the Detroit Lions record is going to be this year? I say 11-5, 10-7. I'm a Detroit Lions fan for life. I think they make the postseason. I dropped the Lions video a few weeks ago. Was can Jay Taylor to Miami? I seen that. I seen the trade request. Well, now. Shout out to Ethan. What up, man? Jonathan Taylor to the Bills. That'll be crazy. Shout out to Nancy. What's going on with you, Nancy? Checking in. Hope your team wins. Shout out to you, Nancy, for coming through. Much love. What up, Duke? Diggs once out of Buffalo. Listen, you know what? DJ, stop the music again. Stop the music, DJ. Listen. Here's the thing about Diggs, right? He doesn't get his way. He whines, and he's, you know, he oh my goodness, listen, it's terrible, all right? And I didn't want to have to do this on a Ravens Commander stream, but I'm going to have to do it. I have a deep, deep issue with Diggs and his emotions and the fact that he is just a baby, okay? And when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, just play football. Go out there, catch the ball, get some touchdowns, and do what you do, right? The acting out, the being dramatic, the super emotional, like, we don't have time for that, yo. It's a distraction. And dare I say it, hot take from Jay. I think I'm ready to see him go. I think there's somebody else there who can ball out, and they'll be appreciative of that spot, and we'll have less drama, less headaches. There you go. I said it. As we get back to the music. I knew they was going to come and talking about that one.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, I would say Gabe Davis, WR1. And what's funny is Steph actually said that. He said if he wasn't there, Gabe will be number one. Well, let Gabe be number one then. Because that just shows me that you're not only not competitive, but you're there for the wrong reasons. There you go. Shad says, what do you like more, Coke or Pepsi? I'm a Coca-Cola fan. Shout out to you, Tyler. What up, man? What's going on with you, bro? As we prepare to get started, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't lose sight of that. Todd Monken understands how to do what it takes each and every week to win, and that's what Lamar Jackson has to do.
I'm just happy the narratives can be put to bed, all right? The narrative of, is he an accurate passer? Can he throw the ball at a high clip, at a high rate? We've seen in this league, sometimes you need to get around 40 passes in order to win particular games. And people have always asked the question, can Lamar Jackson do that? Yes. He just hasn't been in the offense that afforded him the ability to do that with Greg Roman. Everything has been condensed. You know what's going to be so beautiful about this year? It's the spacing that's going to be created
XP, I'm not sure
on
yet.
the football field. And people talk about it from a concept. Look, I'm going to speak on this as a defensive lineman. Lamar Jackson, when RC and his secondary has to play man-to-man, it's terrifying.
Right.
Their backs are turned. And we have to figure out a way to rush the quarterback without him running for 70 yards every time we miss a sack.
Yeah,
right?
that's
so
real.
That, to me, that is what's going to
When
be
he's out there throwing, he's
Robert,
in full uniform, so we might
and
see him
I'm
on the field.
to take that tweet of that one route we see, like Zay Flowers. Oh my God, he's
I
never
did
gonna
see
be
that
stopped. What
Aaron
did you
Rodgers
see
is
when
starting
you
for
were
the
there?
Jets next week, so I can't wait for that one.
Correct a negative narrative about Lamar.
That's either going to be a
People
great
think he's a
discussion,
run
great
first
conversation,
guy,
or
pass second. He's pass
we're gonna be
first,
having some
run
jokes.
when he has to. This offense he's going to be
That is
with
for
Todd
sure.
Monken is going to allow him to showcase more of that. But RC, he ain't going to get
Shout out
away
to
from
Chris
it.
Hall. What up,
He has
man?
the job
That's what I'm
done
talking about,
when it's
100%.
time to get the
Do I
job
think the
done.
Bills lost
He's gonna
heart?
continue to do that. When you talk about the weapons that they have, the OBJs, the Zay Flowers when they come in, guys
I don't know,
couldn't
man.
tackle
It's
Zay
tough.
Flowers in
It's
practice
tough.
if he was in a
Shout out
phone
to
booth.
Tech
The man is
713
that
coming through with the
incredibly
first
elusive,
super
puts his
chat
foot in
of the
ground,
night.
can change direction, and has
Send
the
in that
long speed to get
$5
it done.
donation.
The thing that I noticed most in practice was Lamar
Shout out to you,
clearly
Tech
has more
713.
control
Thanks
at
for the
line of
love.
scrimmage,
Thank you for the
as in he's not
support,
going
my
there with two
friend.
plays. He's coming to the
Started
line
off with the
with
$5
whole offense
donation.
at his disposal,
I appreciate
and they're
you.
using the spacing with Bateman and Beckham and all these guys and Mark Andrews.
David Jansen, what up, man?
And don't even get me to the running backs.
Yeah.
We're talking they're a little upset because this offseason they've been throwing the ball a lot. But when it gets to the nitty-gritty,
You ain't gotta run it
they
at
gonna
practice.
run it. They going to run it when it gets to the nitty-gritty.
You ain't gotta run it at
Gus
practice.
Edwards, Justice Hill, and J.K. Dobbins. This offense, I'm so excited to see them go out and play.
And you guys know the saying, well, your best ability, your availability. As
Yeah.
we know, the last couple of years he was banged up late. If he stays healthy for all 17 games, and Baltimore were to make it deep, if not the Super Bowl, I don't think it would surprise a soul. All right, we're getting ready to turn things over for the game. We came on the air with some news from Adam Schefter, and if you have missed that, Adam, let's connect folks with what's going on between Taylor and the
Here we
Colts.
go. The Taylor
The news of
news.
the day is that the Indianapolis Colts have given the All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor permission to seek a trade. Now, keep in mind, any team that would trade for Taylor would have to compensate both the Indianapolis Colts with compensation and Jonathan Taylor with a new contract, because you're not going to trade for a player entering the last year of his contract, give up all that Indianapolis wants in return, and then see him leave during free agency. Now, the Colts are seeking a combination of picks, at least a first-round pick or something that equates to that. Last year, we saw Christian McCaffrey go for a second,
Colts are
third,
asking
fourth,
for a
and
lot,
fifth-round
yo.
pick, which could equate to a first-round pick. It'll take a big package, but the Colts are willing to listen and deal their all-pro running back, Jonathan Taylor.
And
I don't think that's going to happen.
Big news here on Monday Night Countdown.
I don't think it's going to happen.
We'll see at halftime for Ryan.
Who's going to give up a first-round pick for Taylor right now? Don't get me wrong. Taylor's good.
For Monday Night
But there's a lot that the Colts are asking for right now. So they're definitely playing hardball. That is for sure. Shout out to you guys. 83 viewers, 58 likes. Let's keep it going. We need to get to 100 before kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you are smashing. I like that thumbs up. It is much, much appreciated. Once we get to 100 likes, I'll throw the poll up. That's a new thing. Had to make some changes, because they come through here, don't hit the like, but they'll vote. So the new rule is we get to 100 likes, then I'll throw up the poll. Then you guys can just have at it. Shout out to you, Duke. Yeah, man. That's the Colts are asking for a lot. Like I said, don't get me wrong. Taylor's a beast. But giving up a first-round draft pick, all kinds of money, it's tough.
I'm a Dolphins fan, but I rock with your channel heavy. You got the best game streams, 100.
Shout out to Scandala coming through with the $5 donation. Thank you. It's really, really refreshing to hear that from a Dolphins fan because, some of you guys give me garbage. Looking at you, Duke. Shout out to you, Scandala. Thank you for the $5 donation. Thank you for the support, my friend. Much love. All right. Faces Fire says, this is egregious. I can't believe this. Sounds just like Stephen A. Smith. Shout out to Brian Allen. What up, man? What's going on with you, bro? Good evening to you and yours as well. Jonathan Taylor would be a great back if he wasn't abused so much. Behind a great offense lineman, he could do some damage. Here's the thing. With all the issues that's going on right now with the running backs, it's really crazy for the Colts to put so much emphasis on what they're only willing to take for him with so much because they know their teams aren't willing to give up that much. So, wow. Shout out to Melvin. Says that's a fact, Big J. Them few days you take off. Shout out to you, Melvin. Much love to you guys. Listen, people don't realize, before we get into this, people really don't realize how taxing this is. You throw on the camera, you throw on the mic. This is an entertaining for 4 hours, right? This is not for the faint of heart. And especially when we get into those morning games, those international games, I'm up from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 at night. Entertaining that whole day. That's why I'm the best. So let's get into it. I got to play the new theme song.
Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid. Who am I? I'm so flagrant.
That's the new theme song. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready for kickoff. Shout out to Unmade Champion for the $2 super chat. Thank you for the $2 donation, Unmade Champion. Thank you for the support, my friend. Thank you for the love. Phase on Fire, honestly, if they're willing to take a crap ton, then you aren't kind of justifying that you should be paying the man. So, yeah, exactly, right? That puts – they're like, okay, we want a first-round draft pick. We want you to pay us and all this other stuff. So then it puts into perspective like, well, we are valuable as running backs. Right? Right. Shout out to Turtle Man coming through with the $5 donation. Says, hell yeah, big dog. And we appreciate it. Definitely 100 you on the come up for sure. Entertaining streams. Shout out to you, Turtle Man. Thank you for the $5 donation as well. Let's keep it going. Been with you all day and night. Some weekends. We appreciate you, Rodney. Man, we've had some crazy days. We did back-to-back Saturday, Sunday, Thanksgiving. You guys know I'm faithful to this, committed to it. Whatever I do, y'all know I'm committed to it.
Hell yeah, big dog, and we appreciate it definitely. 100. You on the come up for sure. Entertaining streams.
Shout out to you, bro. Rudy says Washington 80, Baltimore 3. Oof. All right, what do we got? 74 likes, ladies and gentlemen. We need 26 more. 26 more likes, and I will put up the poll. So if you guys want the poll, make sure you smash that like, that thumbs up. And we need 26 more. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. Shout out to all you guys. 26 more to get to that 100, and I'll throw up the poll for you guys so you can see what the consensus is from everybody choosing on the votes. Faces on Fire says egregious. There you go. Immortals, it's always risky to sign a second contract to running backs. They are bell cows. Shout out to you, Immortal. What do we need? 21 more. 21 more. And we'll go ahead and get that up there. Shout out to you, Rudy. Says, I'm a Cowboys fan. Let's go. Jeff King in the building. Shout out to you, Jeff King. Says, UJ, you're the man. Every time I hear that, it sounds like it's from Michael Clark Duncan's voice. I got to bring Morgan Freeman back. I wish I had the ability to do those impressions. UJ, you're the man. Shout out to you, Jeff King. Let's go. Frederica in the building. Ravens fans in the house. Let's go. It should be purple and black. It should be gold and red. If any of these are your teams, you guys should be dropping that in the chat, getting it started off to show your love. Show your commitment to your squad as we prepare for kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. As we prepare. 19 more likes. 19 more thumbs up. We throw up the poll. You know what? I'm being generous. I ain't going to make y'all do that. I know it's going to come. I'm just making y'all work a little bit tonight. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. You know I'm going to put it up for you regardless. You know your boy Jay got you. No, your boy Jay got you. But I am changing the name though. I'm not throwing up. I'm not throwing up that name. We're gonna go with the real name tonight. We taking it back, ladies and gentlemen. We going with the real name tonight. We taking it back. There it is. We gonna call them what they really are as we prepare to get started. Shout out to you guys. All right, DJ, bring the music back.
The starters on the field tonight, but that doesn't mean Baltimore isn't playing for anything. In fact, a win tonight would continue a streak unprecedented in NFL history. The Ravens have won their last 24 preseason games. 24. That's the longest active preseason winning streak.
Well, by a lot.
The next closest current preseason winning streak, the Raiders at just 6 games. And the only other team to ever come close to this, the Packers, who won 19 consecutive preseason games from 1959 to 1962. The last time Baltimore lost in the preseason, 8 years ago to Atlanta. Think about how far back that was. September 3rd, 2015. Wow. Louisville freshman Lamar Jackson hadn't even played a down of college football yet.
Shout out to you, Frederica, coming through with the $5 donation. Thanks a lot, Frederica. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the $5. Thanks for the love. I appreciate you.
Joe?
A lot of luck. There's been some good coaching. There have been some great moments over the years. There's something to watch. The end of this game for you've been watching the progressive kickoff. Ravens
and gentlemen, we are preparing for kickoff, and I'm ready. I am ready. Forrest Green in the building. What's up, Forrest? What's going on with you, bro? Bills Mafia in the house. All right, so we got to get to this quick commercial break. Listen, you know what's funny is because I'm bringing this up because the commercial's showing, but how many action movies has Liam Neeson been in? Like, I feel like every like year he drops like 3 or 4 movies. It's always about someone that's been taken or they've been captured or he's in some weird scenario where he's like on a train and he's got to find this person, or he's on a plane and he's got to find the individual, you know, and it's always a puzzle. Like, he puts out more movies than those Danielle books. Remember those Danielle books? It's like always the same, and I love them because I watch them. It's like, oh, it's a new Liam Neeson movie. I got to go watch it. And it'll be like 5 movies at the same script every year, and you'll watch all of them because he's just that good of an actor. It's amazing to me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got 129 viewers in the house, 89 likes. We need 11 more to get to 100. Let's make it happen before kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you smash it. I like that thumbs up. It is definitely appreciated. I dropped the poll for you guys. And out of 45 votes, we have your Ravens at 60%. So there you go.
You got me saying words in my head, filling my mind with these images. And it's the way that you look at
Shout out to
me.
Duke, says Jay's favorite movie is Barbie. You are absolutely right. I loved it. Duke, you got me.
Not about it, John Harbaugh, the third longest tenured head coach in the NFL, behind Belichick and Tomlin, and Ron Rivera in his fourth year with the Commanders, long time with the Carolina Panthers, took his Panthers to the Super Bowl back in 2015. But I think it's fair to say a lot of the members of the Commanders on the field, off the field, in the coach's box, and as the head coach are all auditioning for a new owner.
Well, that's for sure. That
Ravens
is.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Start at the 25.
We have kickoff. Monday
Well,
Night
who's
Football,
the quarterback?
Ravens, Commanders.
You got Josh Johnson. And Josh Johnson,
And the Ravens
in
are gonna
his 10th
start.
season, but there isn't a more well-traveled quarterback maybe in the history of the league. He has
LGP,
bounced
Bills
around.
Mafia.
Last time we saw him, or at least I did,
Sheila
was in the
says, "Oh,
NFC
no, Jay,
Championship
not
game
Barbie."
when he came in to take over for the injured.
I have
Brock
not
Purdy.
seen Barbie. I'm not going to see it either. I did see Oppenheimer,
He's
though. That was
smart.
amazing.
He can pick up
Absolutely
an
a
offense
masterpiece.
fast. He's proven that year after year, team after
First and
team,
10.
and he starts
First
his
play is going to
night
be a handoff.
with a
Nice
handoff
run.
to Justice Hill,
Still
and the
going.
running back
Hill
for
on
the
his
Ravens
feet.
Gets 10.
And he's going to get a quick first down as we get started here. Monday Night
I think
Football,
Josh
ladies and gentlemen.
Johnson, you look at him and what he is playing for here in this game tonight. I know Tyler Huntley, he got injured in the last preseason game. We won't see him.
Crab cakes
But
in
that
football.
is,
That's what Maryland
a
does.
competition between
I haven't
those
had
two.
crab cakes in
After
so
the
long.
performance that Huntley had, you'd feel like
Remember as a kid, my
he brings in that
my
quarterback
grandmother
room,
used to
that
make
it's
them.
his
They're really
job
good.
to lose,
I haven't had them in
but
a long
it's
time,
a big
though.
night for Josh Johnson.
First and 10.
Hill got 10.
Hill.
Johnson throws, and it's
And
incomplete.
It's going to be incomplete.
At the 40, and that for Charlie Kohler, the tight end. Mark Andrews was here, went through the pregame warm-ups. He
Jeff
will not
King,
play.
Oppenheimer
Isaiah
was
Likely is a
fantastic.
bit
Listen.
banged up. They do expect him to play.
I'm
And
a
you
big
saw
movie
Zay
connoisseur.
Flowers when the offense took the field, the
The writing,
electrifying
directing,
rookie
the acting,
wearing number
everything was
4,
so well
and I'm
put
anxious
together.
to watch him go to work tonight.
He's done some good things
I would say
already in
definitely a
camp.
top
He's
10
a
movie
highlight
for the past
reel
5
in
years.
practices. He's got off to a good start.
Probably even 10.
In preseason game, and I'm looking forward to watching him tonight as well.
Second and 10 for these Ravens.
Johnson, quick throw, pass is caught. There he is. Zay Flowers has
And
got
Flowers,
another
he'll get
Ravens
the first down.
Gets 11. A missed tackle by fellow rookie Emmanuel Forbes Jr. and a gain of 11.
Well, you see the matchup. You got rookie on rookie, Emmanuel Forbes there for the Commanders, and that could be a pretty good matchup because as much speed as Flowers has,
Said it was
Forbes
a
really
disaster.
kind of sat on that a little bit. And
Wow.
Flowers, as he has
Unbelievable.
shown, he can really get up on
All right, first and 10
in a hurry. And
for these Ravens.
if that's how Forbes is going to play, I would expect them to take a deep shot on him pretty soon.
Little
Play action.
from Johnson. He hits Hill out of the
Nice
backfield.
throw to Hill.
and
He's got
Justice
plenty of
Hill
space.
Has another Ravens first
And another
down. Pretty good
13
start to this
yards
possession
for
the
Hill.
Ravens.
First
Out of
down
the gate,
Ravens.
Gain of 14 here.
Shout out to you, Sheila.
Zay Flowers, 22nd overall pick.
Shout out to Pro Footballer. What up,
Fort
man?
Lauderdale, Florida, one of 14 kids. And when you talk to the members
Would
of
you
the
ever rock
offensive
Kyler
staff
Murray's
for the Ravens,
pregame
they'll tell
top?
you he was
No,
very well
I would not.
coached. along
Robert, I got the
way
Ravens.
Out of
That was my
Boston
prediction.
College, but it may even predate those days. First down for the Ravens, and a handoff is to Hill.
It's around that edge. Hill, he's got some space.
And Justice Hill
Another
has got
15
first
yards.
down as he
Ravens
picks up 16
getting
over the
nice
left
yardage
side.
on this first series.
Really
Shout out
nice
to you,
job.
Sonya.
You got Wild Goose who comes up and he loses contain. And you see then that Hill, with his speed, he's able to get out on the edge. That running back situation for Baltimore Looked like he was fine. I couldn't tell if he came up, and no, he's good to go.
I think he's just out of gas.
Yeah.
First and 10.
Melvin Gordon is
Play
taking
action.
over. Johnson fakes it to him, and there's Flowers,
Nice
his second
throw.
catch.
Flowers still on his
Flowers
feet,
caught.
going. That's going to be a
And
Ravens
for the
touchdown.
No flags.
No flags. Count it.
That's about as good a week 2 in a
26-yard
preseason
touchdown.
game
Zay
start that
Flowers.
you can have, and the Ravens get the score on a
Shout out to you,
26-yarder
Tom.
to the rookie Zay Flowers.
But they kind of stacked Zay Flowers, and they run
Ravens just
vertical
marched
to
down the
inside
field with
receiver,
no
and just
issues.
Total a bust on the
With
Commanders
ease.
in the secondary. They turn him loose. He's able to get the easy completion, and it's a dynamic guy once he gets the ball in his hands. So that's a pretty good.
Yeah, Zay's
start
definitely
to
going to be a
this-
problem.
This ball game here tonight for the young rookie.
He's shifty. He's got the speed.
A little late with getting
like
a
it.
member of the field goal unit out there for the extra point for Tucker.
Sucker's kick is
What a
right
start.
down the middle.
Ravens 6 plays. They
Showing
got
why he's a
5
Hall of Fame kicker.
first downs on that opening possession.
Your
and Zay
Ravens go up
Flowers
7-0
says
as we get started with
gonna
this
have to pay
first
a little
quarter.
bit of attention to
And
me.
we get into a quick timeout commercial break. 12 minutes, 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Your Ravens are up. Shout out to you guys. Damon, what up, man? Mafia in the house. Jenny J. What's up, Jenny? Damon says, no relation with this game. It's Monday night. You had to come through regardless. You had to come through regardless of the Monday night. Ravens carry a record 24-game win streak. 24 games. The next closest to that is your Raiders at 6, which is wild. Jacob, yeah, Flowers looks nasty, man. He's ready. He is ready. Heading back over to our votes, 91 votes, 63% for the Ravens, still holding it down as they go up 7-0. Tom says, you see the news, Jay? Tom, and I didn't forget about you, man. I don't want you to think I forgot about you. I seen your email. I'm going to respond. I just have so many to go through. But, yeah, I did see that. I'll tell you this. It's going to get crazy. It's going to get crazy. And you know what's funny? I actually prefer it that way because Panini's quality control is absolutely terrible, and I would love to see Topps Chrome football cards, man. That'd be absolutely amazing, especially with the autos and the on cards. And, man, the shakeup was definitely needed. So, shout out to Fanatics for making that happen because Panini is trash. We're just going to keep it real. As we get back to it.
Well, we talked about Todd Monken, and one of the things he wants to do is get the ball
Jacob,
to his playmakers and let them run. And that was pretty evident on that touchdown by Flowers.
No return here as Kaz Allen was back waiting for it. He stays away, and here he is. I know you've watched plenty of tape, Troy, on Sam Howell. What do you see when you turn it on?
Well, I like him, and, you know, it's limited in what you're able to see of him going back to last year. He had that Week 18 start against Dallas, and he did some good things. He did some not-so-good things, but overall, when I watch him, I think he really does a good job of processing the offense. He gets through his reads, and I know going back to college, the report on him, just a real gym rat. He's tough, he's smart, and he's earned the respect
All right, here we go. First and 10.
In that locker room already.
Handoff.
Here is a handoff to Robinson.
And Robinson will get maybe a yard of the play to be second and 9.
I think a lot of these guys, Joe, that come into the league,
shout out to you, Ryan.
Not have a lot of reps under their belt.
Says Tops doesn't own the rights. Doesn't matter. Fanatics owns Tops, and they've got the deal. They've got the exclusivity
a lot
for
of good
it.
things. And after his
Fanatics
season,
owns
his
Tops
sophomore
now.
year, a lot of people projected him as a future first-round pick. Thought he was really talented.
Second and
lost
9.
some key players to injury and then graduations. His third year wasn't quite as good as his second year.
Shout out to you, Jerry.
To the 5th round.
Another handoff.
Handoff to Robinson.
And Robinson,
again,
he'll get 5 yards this time.
2 carries by Robinson out to the
3rd and
31,
4.
gets 5. There's Eric Bieniemy, who takes over the offense for the Washington Commanders after a great run with the Kansas City Chiefs, and this offense is squarely in his hands.
Yes, it is, and he's chomping at the bit to show what he's able to do. And a little sensitive when you start talking about whatever his role might have been there in Kansas City. Andy Reid, of course, gets all the credit.
3rd and
at least
4.
most of the credit for what they do offensively, and rightfully so. But Eric Bieniemy had a hand in that in the game planning, and then there were times that during games he would take over and call some of the plays himself.
3rd down and 4.
Pressure throw on a screen, and he'll get tripped
we'll
up, but that's a first down for the Commanders.
For a first down for Washington.
Shout out to you, Tommy. Thanks a lot, man.
On Eric Bieniemy. There's been plenty in the last couple of weeks with Eric Bieniemy and comments made
Ghost says, what happened with Tops? They're acquired by
offensive coordinator since 2018 up through last year, and a championship
and the
with Kansas
NFL
City.
PA deal just ended with
you guys have
Panini,
a lot to do
so
with that.
you'll have no more
Patrick
Panini
Mahomes,
football cards
Travis Kelce,
of the season.
Tyreek Hill when he was there, right on down the line, but he knows what he's doing. Pass is caught
to the middle, caught by Robinson.
First down is the tight end Cole Turner, who was kind of a favorite target for Sam Howell. Week 1 of the preseason, gets 8.
Well, he's got a few targets, and Sam Howell, standing strong in the pocket and delivering it. And when you watch this offense, going back to last preseason game, what really jumped out to me, Joe, there's a lot of answers for these quarterbacks and where they're going to go. So the key for Sam Howell is really like it is for most quarterbacks, that you have to make good decisions and then you've got to be accurate with the football. And if he does that, there's going to be opportunities to hit for him to get the ball into some playmakers' hands.
Blitz coming. Commanders pick it up, and
Howell in trouble. He's going to go down.
He goes back inside the 30. Travis
13-yard loss as Howell gets sacked.
Nichols was the first guy there with pressure, and
3rd
a
and 15.
13-yard loss.
Shout out to Robo Jimbo. What up, man?
Really backs up this
Rich gang in the house.
First possession for the Commanders' offense.
Well, it's a 4-man rush is what they bring. So the offensive line really does a pretty decent job of sorting through it, giving him some time, and he had guys where he could have just gotten the ball. His eyes got away from him, and that you can't do. In that situation, it would have been too easy to get out of the pocket, throw it away, and not take the big loss.
Mike McDonald, second-year defensive coordinator. Quick shot at him.
Pass goes for it in traffic. That's a catch. Wow.
Turner again.
What a play for Howell.
17 yards on the play immediately following the sack. And Sam Howell keeps this drive alive.
Beautiful throw in traffic.
That's some of the stuff you see from Travis Kelce there in Kansas City. But what a great job by Howell. He starts to his left. You see him get through the progression like I was talking about a moment ago, and it times up perfectly. It's not there on his front side. He comes back, and he's able to get the ball to Cole Turner, who runs a good route and comes back to the football.
All right, another handoff. And this is going to be Gibson. He'll get 4 yards on the play.
I like what head coach Ron Rivera said about Sam Howell, and it's so true. You have to forget where he was drafted. It doesn't matter any more than a guy who goes number 10 overall and flames out in the NFL and doesn't become what everybody thought he would be. I mean, it's hard to forget that. Well, you got to kind of forget that this guy's a 5th-round pick. You either can play or you can't, and they think he can play.
Just approaching the 7-minute.
Right. First rounders, they get more
mark,
opportunities.
There
was a pretty good 6th-rounder that recently retired. So, but it takes a little bit of time before you really allow people
fake.
to forget
Howell
your work.
Goes to the middle again. That's another catch.
Over the middle for another first down.
McLaurin for 13 yards.
14 yards to the all-world receiver, Terry McLaurin.
Well, this is the Kansas City Chiefs offense. How many times do we see this with Tyreek Hill? He starts like he's going to run a crosser, and then he goes vertical and then sits it down in the zone. And he's the perfect guy to be doing a lot of this type stuff. I expect Terry McLaurin.
I like this Commanders offense. They're looking nice.
To have a huge season this year if Sam Howell can do some of the things that they hope he can do, because this offense is tailor-made for him.
Delayed handoff to Robinson.
Robinson still going, fighting, breaking tackles. And he'll get 9 yards on the play, 2nd and 1.
He is by about half a yard of a first down. But this, with the exception of the sack, has been a really impressive start for the Commanders.
Well, we've seen Cole Turner, who has done a lot already in this game in the passing game, and then he helped clear the way for Robinson there in that running game. You know, he leads the way.
2nd and 1.
Does a really nice job. Of course, Logan Thomas, he's dealing with a calf injury and he's missed some time in recent years, but Cole Turner has really impressed some people.
2nd down and 1, so they're going to put it up.
Howell's going to keep it, and he'll slide, get the first down. Howell's doing everything he can back there.
Terry McLaurin told us regarding Howell, I said, does he have the
shout out to
feel?
Robert J., who you got winning the AFC Central.
And he said he's doing it by his actions.
I was thinking
he's not
Bengals.
A guy that's going to grab a face mask in the huddle. He's not a guy
Steelers
that's
are looking good,
rah-rah.
man. I don't know.
That'll come over time.
Things
when
are
he
looking
gets a
good for the Steelers right now. It was really interesting watching what happened.
Physically,
even though it's preseason,
has impressed his teammates and
I'm starting to like him. They're starting to grow on me.
That element that he just showed, his ability.
1st and 10 for these Commanders.
Escape the pocket and create
play action. Howell goes deep.
Here's
another catch
downfield, and there's McLaurin again.
Another 13 yards. 1st and goal for your Commanders.
Terry McLaurin is an absolute technician in his ability to get up the field. You can see him right here as he gets vertical in the pocket that Sam Howell has. And he's able to step up. Here comes McLaurin right back at him at the top of the route.
Beautiful throw.
Times up very well. This guy can do it all, really. He's one of my favorite receivers in the NFL. He can win in short spaces. He can run the intermediate routes, and he can beat you deep.
Howell started 5 for 5. He hands off here to Robinson.
And he'll get 3 yards.
He'll get stood up 2nd and goal. 6. Gain of 4 as Travis Jones in the middle of that mess was there for Baltimore.
You know, we haven't talked about this offensive line, and that's a group that really got overhauled this offseason. Really, the only guy coming back at his position is left tackle Charles Leno. They brought in a couple guys.
McLaurin
Andrew
is so
Wiley
underrated, and I'm a Cowboys fan.
Right tackle,
yeah, I think
Nick
he's
Gates
definitely
at
slept
center.
on.
But that's going to be the real key to this offense. Can they
shout out to Richard? What up, man?
A lot of injuries. They've
going on
gotten
with you,
old
bro?
in some positions.
I'm concerned as well. We'll have that conversation soon.
2nd down and goal. Pressure.
Howell's in
Howell.
trouble, and he's just going to throw it away.
He's able to just throw it away.
3rd and goal.
Sean Phillips was coming with the pressure and forced Howell out of the pocket. Brings up 3rd down and goal.
Yeah, he took a sack last week, and they brought a blitz, and he tried to make something happen. That time, the Ravens, they brought one more than they were able to pick up. He recognized it, couldn't get the ball to a receiver, and threw it away.
It's his first incompletion of this opening possession, and this is the 14th play of this drive.
Howell in trouble, gets out of it. He's going to keep it. Stays on his feet.
And takes it down inside the 3.
And it'll be 4th and goal. He gets a few yards, but not enough.
And with that, the field goal unit comes on for the Commanders.
Oh, they're going to kick a field goal?
As the drive stalls.
It's preseason. Go for it.
Yeah, they tightened up, and Baltimore did defensively. Good coverage.
See?
Just nowhere for Howell to go with the
When
football.
I want him to go for it, they don't go for it. They decide to kick a field goal.
There's a lot of things on this offensive side of the ball that can show improvement, but coming away with touchdowns in the red zone was an area a year ago where they really struggled.
Ravens were 3rd, by the way, in red zone defense last year, and some of the backups trying to carry that tradition forward. Here is a
kick.
chip shot that is good of 21 yards. Knocked through by
Score
Joey Slye.
7-3 as Commanders get on the board with the field goal.
Good start on each side.
3 minutes,
Ravens
11
get
seconds
7,
left in the first quarter.
Commanders get 3. First quarter on a Monday night.
All right, so quick timeout, commercial break. Shout out to Lil Shiesty. You know what? It's interesting, but I think the Saints. I think the Saints are gonna have to take the NFC South. So there you go. Duke says, "Do you rate Troy Aikman as a commentator?" No, I really don't. I don't really rate commentators. I just listen to them. And to be honest, like now, because I've been doing this so long, they're kind of just they're just like white noise in the background to me. You know, like I hear and then I don't hear. It's weird. I don't know. It's hard to explain it, but you get it. Score is 7-3, ladies and gentlemen. Ravens are up after the field goal by the Commanders. 3 minutes, 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Getting over to your votes. 177 votes, 63% for your Ravens. As we take a quick timeout, commercial break. Yeah, we only rate the bad ones. We only rate the bad ones. Jeff, yeah, they become monotone. Yeah, that's how it's weird. It's weird to explain it. Shout out to you guys. 478 viewers, 133 likes. We need 17 more to get to 150, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you're smashing that thumbs up. It is much, much appreciated. I do thank you guys for the support. Shout out to you, Trent. What up, man? What's going on, bro? Hey, Leo in the house. What's up, hey, Leo? It's been a minute. What's going on with you, man? Much love. Shout out to you guys. 142. We need 8 more. 8 more likes. 8 more thumbs up to get to that 150. Let's keep it going. As we get to the quick commercial break timeout. Richard says, best 2 commentators, Madden and Cosell. You will never find another dynamic duo like that. Quick shout outs to Donna Lee for subscribing. Thanks a lot, Donna Lee. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing as we get back to it.
You don't want to listen to us. How dare you? Don't miss it all as we wrap up NFL Kickoff Weekend presented by YouTube TV.
Jackson Hanks,
Monday,
what up, man?
September 11th. I know I speak on behalf of everybody when I say we can't wait. And neither can Jets fans to see number 8 take over.
Oh, I can't wait at all. I can't wait to see Rodgers in preseason.
Jets haven't had one at quarterback.
He'll be starting next week, ladies and gentlemen.
Jets had one. His name was Namath. Jets have one.
Tom, do you think Isabel's going to make the cut? Oh, yeah. Yeah, without a doubt. I'm sure they love him.
10 times done by
He's been doing
Aaron
great.
Rodgers. And the other one of
Trent says, my team lost by 1 point.
Not
Man,
Namath.
That's tough, Trent.
Fitzy.
All right.
I'm sure you guys will work through it, though.
Amazon Football, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
First
Here
and
is
10.
Second possession and a handoff is to Melvin Gordon over the right side.
Gordon get maybe 3 yards on the play.
Of 4. He came into the league with the Chargers last 3 years with the Denver Broncos. He's had some fumbling problems.
Fumble magnet. Thank you for bringing that up because he is a fumble magnet.
Repaired.
Give him the ball.
And John Harbaugh said all camp.
And you're almost guaranteed.
The ball so high and so tight.
A fumble.
And they like him. They like him a lot. And when he was signed, I mean, with all the injuries they've had at running back over the last several years, he really was kind of
Shout out to you, Wildstar.
It appeared to be more of an insurance policy, but he's done a lot of good things.
Quick
Pass
throw.
is caught near first down yardage out
Caught
on the
by
edge
Black for
by
5
Tariq
yards.
Black. And Black
Robert.
yeah,
I mean he's got to get out there, right? He's got to stretch his legs.
So third down coming.
They got to see what he's got before
they see the
the
tempo
season.
right now, and they get right up on the line.
I can't wait to see it.
And, away they go, and that's going to be one of the elements that we see throughout this year.
Toss play.
Toss to Gordon. And
wow, big
play
stop.
made.
Gordon
Coming
came off too
of
slow.
And
that'll lead to 4th and 1.
Emmanuel Forbes Jr. saying, who says I can't tackle? At
Commanders
6 feet,
defense stepping up.
173 pounds. came up and brought down Melvin Gordon.
Maybe 173 pounds. What
Shout out to Brayden Sullivan for subscribing. Thanks a lot, Brayden.
Ability to get
Welcome
up
to the channel
and make the play. And for anyone who doesn't think that this young man can tackle, they're just looking at his size, like you said, Joe, because they really have not watched him. Because when you watch him, the preseason game last week and the things that he's been able to do, boy, he jumps in there and he gets after it. And he's been fun to watch. And in addition to that,
Ravens
what he's
will punt.
able to do, and more importantly, as a cover man, he is a ball hawk, and they're hoping that he's going to be an electric player for them this year.
This will be taken.
Dax Milne lets it go over his head and into the end zone. What a play by the rookie Forbes. Made that stop on
Shout out to Hoi D,
less than one.
all the way from Vietnam. What's going on with you, man?
Down a back 6'1", 215
Vietnam in the house.
pounds. Out to the 20.
Good morning to all the international watchers in the building. Shout out to all you guys. As we have Monday Night Football, ladies and gentlemen. The Ravens and the Commanders. The minute 13 left in the first quarter. Ravens coming out, losing it on that one. As the Commanders' defense steps it up, we'll see what they can do. They can make this into a game. Getting back over to your votes, 213 votes, 65% for your Ravens. As we take a quick timeout. Commercial break. Shout out to you, Jenny J. 10 seconds behind mine? Look at that. I'm in the future. We're in a commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Vibe to the music.
I like it when the bass go.
Shout out to Grand Rapids. What's up, man? Jordan, ESPN. Shout out to ID. Sounds like we're in a club. You are in the club. Welcome to Club J Reason. Let's go. All right, so what do we got for Thursday? Let's get into the Thursday schedule. Well, we got 2 games for Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get into that in a minute. Get you guys a schedule.
Third and less than 1. And so you got to make a play if you're going to be able to stop the Ravens here. He's got 380 pounds coming after him right there.
Shout out to you, Jeff. You know, I got to mix it up. I keep it fresh for y'all.
Play.
I keep it
really,
fresh.
Like I said, it's really stood out. Just you wouldn't expect a guy with his frame to be as physical as he is.
Shout out to Richard.
But boy, he
Remy
sure
DJ.
has been watching him, and it was a great play for him on that third down.
6 career interceptions returned for touchdowns, an FBS record.
Shout out to Mike Lemire as well as Concrete King for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel.
Turned off by
Thank you for subscribing.
Size, not the Commanders, and Ron Rivera just raving. Jack Del Rio raving about how this kid has come in.
Yeah, this defense did a lot of good things last year, but what they weren't able to do is take the ball away. And Emmanuel Forbes, one of the reasons why they brought him in, yes, to improve their coverage, but also to create some of those takeaways and big plays that he had in college.
Team had only 9 interceptions last year and 18 takeaways. 26th in the NFL.
Throw is going to be caught. First down for your Commanders as Samuel gets 11 yards.
Able to complete for 12 to Curtis Samuel, who can really do anything from any spot in the offense and will be a big weapon for young Sam Howell here at the start.
Yeah, I've always liked Curtis Samuel going back to when he came into the league for Carolina. I think the real key for him is just remaining healthy. He's had a hard time.
All right, here we go. First and 10, 11 seconds left on the clock.
He's pretty dynamic when he has the ball.
Hand off.
Gibson left
and
side,
Gibson,
and
he'll
with
get
that,
maybe 4 on the carry.
Through one quarter of this preseason game in Landover, Maryland. A gain of 5 for Gibson. Washington's ball when we come back. It may be the preseason, but
shout out to Joshua Bowen. What up, man?
Sides, a lot of emotion. Ravens lead by 4.
All right, quick timeout, commercial break as we end the first quarter. Score is 7-3. Washington still has the ball. It'll be 2nd and 5 when we come back. It's really interesting because I feel like the game started off really fast. Commanders have definitely slowed it down. They're now playing at their pace. So this will be interesting to see how this goes as we keep it going into the second quarter. Quick shout out to Christopher Jones coming through with the $5 super chat donation. Shout out to you, Christopher. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the $5 donation, my friend. Much love. You are appreciated. 613 viewers in the house. Shout out to each and every one of you. 177 likes. The next goal is 200. Make sure you're smashing that like, that thumbs up. It is much, much appreciated as we keep it going.
You've got me saying words in my head, filling my mind with these
Monday Night Football, baby. Shout out to you, Darren.
It's the way that you look at me, makes me feel like I can't breathe. You've got me saying words in my head, filling my mind with these images. And it's the way that you look at me.
CBE Trucking in the house. What's up, TVE? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead and get into week 3, preseason week 3 schedule with you guys, so you know what's going on. Once again, if you have not already, make sure that you do subscribe to the channel. We do this all football season, preseason, regular season, as well as week 3. As for week 3, we're getting into Thursday night football. There's going to be 2 games, Pittsburgh and Atlanta, Colts and the Eagles. I'm going to put up a poll in the community chat, so you guys got to let me know which one you want to stream that day. Whichever one wins is the one we'll stream, because obviously one starts at 7:30, one starts at 8. So you guys will have to let me know which one you want me to do, but I'll put that up in the community chat. So Thursday will be between those 2 games. Friday night, we're going to have Detroit and Carolina, or New England and Tennessee, or the Chargers and San Francisco. So once again, it's another one that I'm going to have to put up a poll for. You guys will have to choose. Saturday, you guys know I'm doing the Bills and the Bears at 1 p.m. That's an automatic. And then probably midday game will be the New York versus New York. It's going to be a good one. And then Sunday night is going to be Houston Texans and the Saints. And then obviously that's going to be it for preseason. And then we'll be getting into the regular season as we'll start off week 1, September 7th. Detroit Lions, Kansas City Chiefs. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be absolutely crazy. We're going to have a good time. And that's how we're going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we're going to do it.
They meant to say 40, Harrison. That's who it was. They said 48, but it was 40. And
shout out to Mike J. What up, man?
On Jahan Dotson.
What's going on with you? Forrest Green says we want both.
The Commanders.
Yeah, good call.
I got to clone myself.
Goes right through the back.
I got to get a clone.
So Jahan Dotson, you see right, contact being made, ball hasn't
Richard
arrived.
says you got me saying Bills. It ain't right. It ain't right.
That prompts me to
it
let
ain't,
the world
it ain't right
know.
at all.
Watching on ESPN that John Perry is here with us. Right down to the right.
All right, here we go. First and 10 for these Commanders.
Those are such reassuring little
play
gestures
action
that he does during the course of games.
Quick
flag,
throw.
Likely a hold. We'll
and
let
there's
John
a flag
weigh
out.
in
It's going to
on
come
that
back.
as
There's actually it's on the defense.
The reception
wow.
goes forward, but this feels, John, like it's coming back.
He's wrong.
Coming back. Call from the umpire.
Shout out to the real Fred Major.
Little
for
conversation.
subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome
flags.
to the channel. Thank you for subscribing.
There are 2 on the field. There was one.
Tom says New York versus New York's not even going to be in New York.
Definitely on the offensive line.
New York. It's not even going to be in New York.
A flag
I got to throw in my New York
flying
accent.
Shortly thereafter.
Yeah, I think that second one's going to be an ineligible down.
No, when you from New York, you gotta be a chameleon. When you go to the city, you got to throw on that accent, like you from Brooklyn.
2 fouls during the play, both by the defense.
That real thick accent.
ineligible player downfield. Offense number 63. That penalty is declined.
So penalties
Hold it.
declined.
Offense number 77. That 10-yard penalty is
And it's
accepted.
going to be holding on the
First down.
offense. There it is.
John, did you enjoy flipping that microphone on and talking to the world in a full stadium?
You know what? You had a great first quarter, though, right? Clean, disciplined,
Yeah.
no issues, and now we get 11 seconds into the second quarter, and we got 3 flags.
Answer the question.
I was going to say.
New York got the best pizza?
Did you
Yes.
like doing that?
Yes,
No,
they do.
you want to get
Shout out to
keep
Susan.
The games moving. The greatest
What's up,
game
Susan?
for an
How you
official
doing
is
tonight?
one that does not have a lot of flags. Believe
First
it or
and
not.
20 for your
We'll
Commanders.
Keep that in mind as we move through the remainder of this game.
Here we go.
First down and 20.
We might have a little surprise for old John Perry later on.
And that's going to be a
We do. Here's
handoff
Gibson.
for about 2
And well
yards,
played
maybe
by this
3.
Ravens defense. So the Ravens, I
Second
hope
18.
we get there. You do these preseason games.
Mike
and you
J.
feel like you're
J.
always
Reason, do you think
chasing
Watson or
things.
Lamar
But
will
the
have
issue
great
with
seasons?
The Ravens is in the
yeah.
secondary. It's
Yeah, I
another
think so.
year for,
Without a
in this
doubt.
case, Mike McDonald, the defensive coordinator for John Harbaugh. It's been one corner after another. They lost Marlon Humphrey.
It's going to be a long season, though, I promise you that.
Period.
It's not going to be easy at
And
all.
he's out for about a month.
All these
maybe more,
shakeups.
so they have some holes in that secondary.
Boy, it's a concern. You know, in talking
Trades,
with John Harbaugh,
pickups. It's going to be interesting.
He's not as concerned
Second
as
and
I
17.
thought he might have been.
Howell
throws.
Robinson.
And Robinson will get it for 3 yards.
And a
It'll be
gain
third
of
and
just
14.
3. Well played out there on the edge by our Darius Washington, who's one of the guys that's going to have to step up for the Ravens here early.
Yeah, they just have had so many injuries, and of course the big one being to Marlon Humphrey, but he's going to miss some time. John Harbaugh doesn't seem to think he's going to miss
Shout out to Robert, the
an inordinate amount of
Tri-State
time, but,
Mafia.
you know,
My
we'll
goodness.
find out when you get back on
Shout
the
out to
field
Miss
and
Too
how you're
Much,
able to hold up. But,
WTHG,
you know, we
for
have seen
subscribing.
this team
Thanks a
over
lot.
the
Welcome
years,
to the
they've
channel.
been able to have success even
Thank
when
you
they've
for
had some key
subscribing.
injuries, a lot of those being on the offensive side of the ball.
Looks like a free play. It
Free
is.
play. Howell go deep.
Over the middle
Nope, incomplete.
behind
But
his tight end, Turner.
this is going to be on the defense.
But it sure looked like the defense came across early.
Offside. Defense number 98. 5-yard penalty. Repeat third down.
Travis
Shout out to
Jones
Jeff
got
King.
6'4",
They'll know, man.
38
They'll
pounds
know.
moving and couldn't
I've been
stop.
all around
Well,
though.
that's
Like,
a
I've been
nice
to the
job
city. I've
by
been all
Sam
around.
Howell,
You know,
something
they
that
don't
you won't
realize
see in the
like
stat sheet that third and long.
New
you're
York is
able
not
to
just
use
New
the
York
hard
City.
count
They don't get
and
it.
get the defense to jump, pick up some extra yards, and then get a free
Glenn
shot.
Boggs
at it.
says,
And he had
"Poor
chance
guy's a
with
Yankees
Cole
fan."
Turner, who continues to impress with his
No, you're
route
not
running.
hating on these Yankees now.
You mentioned Logan Thomas. He
He was
is
staring
their
at the
top
hat
guy,
hard.
but he's been out now.
He was
for
like, "Look at that New York
a
symbol on
couple of
his
weeks,
hat.
really since
New
the 4th of
York
August with
City."
his calf strain. But he can be a dynamic player when he's healthy and somebody that you
He
have
got
to
that
believe
New
Sam
York
Howell will
Yankees
look for
hat
a lot.
on. Don't hate on the Yankees,
Down
man.
at the bottom,
Don't do
that's
that.
McLaurin. Howell airs it
Howell,
out.
deep
Down
throw,
deep for Brown,
almost
and it's
picked
broken
off,
up.
incomplete.
Play made by Kevon Seymour.
That'll lead to 4th and 9.
And a nice play by Seymour, former 6th-round pick by the Bills. In perfect position on De'Ami Brown.
No, a really good job for sure by Seymour. De'Ami Brown and Sam Howell, they go back to college. They have quite
Beautiful
a connection.
defense
Both
by
having
the
played
Ravens
together
there.
at UNC. He decides
That
he's
leads
going
to
to
the
take
4th
the
and
deep
9.
shot. Instead, he had a chance if he wanted to take the sure thing with McLaurin to the boundary. He could have gotten him, but instead he wants to take
No
the deep shot
salsa.
there to De'Ami Brown.
I'm so glad
and
Richard
just
caught that.
Awfully good coverage.
I'm so glad
Kevon
somebody
Seymour.
caught it. Now I got those commercials stuck in my head. Commanders will punt.
The punt on the way with Crochet.
Oh,
And it's going to check up
and
inside
that's at the
5.
1.
And tap down at the 1.
Good
That's
special
off the left
teams
foot
for
of
the
Michael
Commanders.
Pilardi, who was just signed this week to give Tress Way a break. And he just let go a perfect 53-yard punt. Camp leg, maybe a little bit more. He's been in the league, was with the Patriots a year ago, and you can't do it any better than Pilardi.
All right, so the Ravens will actually start at their 1 when we come back from the quick commercial break. 1st and 10 after special teams, putting down a move. Mike J says, Jay, do you think OBJ plays the whole season? I mean, it's tough to say, man. I mean, you don't want to wish, injuries on anybody. But we'll just have to see, man. I think he's going to be a good addition to the Ravens, and I think, he's gonna do what he needs to do so he can, help Lamar. Will we see much production like the old OBJ? I don't think so. But we'll see. We shall see. Quick timeout, commercial break. OBJ will get hurt again. The odds are against him. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. And you don't like to say that because you don't want to see nobody hurt. Shout out to Mike Lemire. I've got the 49ers, man.
Perry hit a
49ers.
Beautiful punt. Walk us through the end of this play and why this wasn't a touchback.
Yeah, great play and great officiating. He touches the goal line there, so what he needs to do is reestablish. And he does that by the knee touching the ground prior to recovery.
Shout out to you, Dan the Man.
1 knee equals 2 feet. Great job by both the players and the
What up, Cameron?
I've heard that
What's going on with you, bro?
Yeah. That's the name of the late, great John Madden's book.
That's right.
That was James Smith-Williams who made that play to keep it out of the end zone. And Michael Pilardi, who punted for a long time with the Panthers and still lives in Charlotte's, trying to put something on tape for a team.
What's going on with you, Rick Pilgrim in the house? OG is in the building. 1st and 10 for these Ravens.
From the 1. Gordon in the backfield.
Hand off. Gordon, he's going to get 5 on the run, gets out that backfield.
7.
And gives him a little bit of breathing room.
I did think it was interesting. We talked about Melvin Gordon earlier. And
2nd and 5.
What happened there in Denver, getting released after he had another fumble. Went to Kansas City, didn't get on the field. But this is a guy who John Harbaugh really wants to see in this game tonight. And you look at their group. J.K. Dobbins is back. He's not going to be playing. But with Gus Edwards, Justice Hill, and then, of course, Dobbins, where do they keep 4? Does Melvin Gordon have an opportunity? It sure sounds like he might.
Another handoff.
Here he is. He gets 1.
He gets
Meanwhile,
wrapped
they
up
have
1
Patrick
yard.
Ricard, the former defensive lineman who's a fullback.
On the play to be 3rd and 3.
And the question is, how much is a fullback going to be used with Todd Monken
YB
coordinating?
Lit, what up, man?
You want me to answer that?
Yes.
Not much.
Jordan Massey, Bills Mafia.
65% of the snaps last year offensively, and he's been a big part of this offense. We love him and all the things that he's able to do. And I just feel like if they're not going to use a fullback because of what they now have at wide receiver, I just think he's too good of a football player to not find some role for him.
All right, here we go. Can Commanders defense
3rd down and
step
3.
up here?
Ravens backed up after the good punt and backpedaling.
And that will be caught. What a catch. Ricard,
find a role
he'll get the 5 yards in the pressure.
Who gets
1st down Ravens.
1st down as Josh Johnson found him as he was backpedaling.
Duke right now, yeah. Without a doubt.
He's worked a little bit.
So much talent
in the offensive line, and it doesn't sound like that's
you've got
going to
3
be a position,
powerhouses,
but this one
and
sure should be. There he was at the wing playing.
The Patriots
are
okay.
He can
so
sure
yeah, I mean, who's better than those 4 teams
we know
in
he
the
can run
division?
And catch. He's done a lot of that
from a divisional standpoint.
6'3", 305. That's him in motion. Josh Johnson keeps.
Johnson's going to keep, tries to get around the edge.
On 1st down,
and he'll get 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4.
Talk about this. That you see a lot with Lamar Jackson. That's something you expect Lamar Jackson to run. That's not going to just completely go away from this offense as we see Josh Johnson execute it.
Well, if it did, there'd be 31 other teams who are thanking Todd Monken. And as much as they want to open things up, the play that's going to scare defenses like it has.
Shout out to Kathy and Jacqueline.
He tucks it and runs.
What's going on, ladies?
Those things are going to happen.
Ladies coming through in the house tonight.
Some design things in the game plan as well.
Quick throw on the screen.
Keaton Mitchell, another guy
Mitchell
who's on the
get
list
the first
of
down.
running
He's
backs
6 yards on
He's a smaller body, 5'8",
the screenplay.
191.
1st and 10 for the Ravens at the
Free
26.
agent from East Carolina, but he can return kicks and he can really run.
And the other part of that, going back to Todd Monken, is there's this idea that he's going to abandon the run. In the 3 years that he was at Georgia, I mean, they had a power running game. They ran the football, and they did a lot of things off of that and getting the ball down the field. Now, they're going to be more 3 wide receivers. It's not the 2-back, 2 tight end offense that we've seen all these years under Greg Roman. But I think that's a natural progression. And John Harbaugh talked about that. As far as it was good what they were doing,
Johnson
but it's time to evolve and do some more things.
Pressure.
Johnson
he gets away.
Out.
He's going to stay on his feet.
And Josh is
nice move, and he'll get 7 yards on the run. 2nd and 3.
I also personally
shout out to Shadow.
Don't think the backup quarterback spot is entirely settled for the Baltimore Ravens because of the way Todd Monken talked about Josh Johnson and his ability to know this offense, move guys around the line of scrimmage, change protections. He really likes number 17.
All right, here we go. 2nd and 3.
And he's a smart guy. You have to be. When you've played for as many teams as he has, to be able to get in the huddle and call plays. And I think that's impressed Todd Monken, his ability to absorb this offense.
Go to the middle. Nice.
Pass is caught inside
28 yards, and that's to Kolar.
28 yards to Charlie Kolar. And a good
what a
throw
play
by Johnson. And a big pickup, and Lamar Jackson loving what he's seeing from one of his backups.
Well, it's a really great read by Josh Johnson, and he's got split safeties. You can see these guys here. They go verticals, and then he takes the inside guy.
Jordan,
he
Josh
reads it
Johnson.
out perfectly, and you know that Todd Monken likes that
he's starting
as well.
For,
so those are the throws.
The
he had an
right
opportunity last week. He airmailed a guy who was pretty open, and this time he delivers.
Another throw, another catch.
Caught, another completion from Johnson, and this time it's to Dante Demas Jr., gain of 12 and another first down.
Yeah, we've talked about the situation at running back. There's
Washington wash clothes.
Wide receiver too. I mean, there's not many spots when you look at it, and the guys that they've brought in. But there's some people that are challenging to see if maybe they can impress and earn one of those 53 spots.
All right, 1st and 10.
Baltimore with 9 first downs in this first half, moving the chains play after play. Handoff is to Gordon.
Hard run.
Those 3 receivers.
Gordon gets 7 yards on that carry. 2nd and 3.
The gut, and he gets 7.
Shout out to Lisa Downey. What's going on with you, Lisa? How you doing tonight?
As our friend Tom Coughlin would say, high and tight.
High and tight, baby. That's what you do, and it was pretty funny when we were talking to John Harbaugh about it.
2nd and 3 at the 21.
He's been carrying that
Ravens
thing.
looking to strike.
Around his chin, the way that Harbaugh was demonstrating it to us.
At least we're having a great night. It's Monday Night
3.
Football.
Johnson
Ravens going for it all. Could be a touchdown. It was picked off. Commanders get the pick.
In the arms of Jartavius Martin. And
Martin's got space. There's no flags.
Does anybody want to catch him? Can anybody catch him? And
my
he's out of bounds
goodness.
Inside Ravens territory.
What a pick. In the end zone.
Denied.
That was just after someone said Johnson was being efficient. And he gets picked off in the end zone.
Martin's foot was in bounds when he made the interception off the deflection, as Josh Johnson just put the ball up for grabs. And then a return of 57 yards.
Yeah, he put it up for grabs only because he was unable to step into the throw. He had pressure in his face. And
shout out to Alonzo Jackson,
like he'd like to.
Newest member of the family.
Here's the interception. Are his feet in?
Wrench Gang, the family members, make sure you shout out Alonzo Jackson for joining the family. He's our newest member.
What a play.
Make sure you guys show him some love in the chat.
The hands of James Prochet.
Prochet wins. He wins right off the line of scrimmage. I mean, he couldn't have done more to give his quarterback an easy touchdown throw. But because of the inside pressure, Johnson just not able to step into it.
Well, they had to review it because it's a turnover play. And here's Prochet winning right off the line.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow. Did he wait?
Prochet was just waiting for the ball to come down.
He didn't step out. Amazing play.
And then the 57-yard return by Martin sets up the Commanders. Howell
has time.
And finally comes underneath to Brian Robinson.
And Robinson will get
8.
about
Boy,
8 yards on the play.
Always looking for the big throw. Here's that play one more time.
Yeah, and Quan Martin's beat, right? And if the ball gets there, he's able to.
Oh, that's on Prochet. He should have brought that down.
The pressure coming that kept Josh Johnson from being able to get the ball out and into the throw as much as what he would have liked. Right there, right in his face. But Quan Martin going back
second
to
and 2 for these Commanders.
He was able to do in college and creating takeaways. I know Martin was beat, but yet he made up for it and he gets the interception, and he did a lot of that in college also.
He sure did.
Another quick throw, puts his head down as Robinson gets 3 more yards, gets a Commander first down.
Pick. So they go Forbes with their first-round pick, then Quan Martin. We've seen Forbes make a play in this game, and now Martin makes a play in this game. And
shout out to you, Cameron.
More of what we've seen throughout the first quarter as he
man, like I said, just stay
focused.
focused.
The second quarter and gets a first down.
Don't worry about
Washington.
it. And fight through it. You'll be good.
By the way, that was Benning Poto Ahi who had the pressure up the gut that forced that high throw from
quick
Johnson.
throw on the screen. 6 yards to Dotson.
That's
second
why
and 4.
I didn't give the name on who applied the pressure.
We've been doing this for 22 years. And I know that if you just give somebody's weight or their number, you really don't want to say their name because it's not easy.
That's when hey, jump in and tag this.
Benning Potoai.
Second and 4 as we just
fourth-year pro from
approach the
Washington.
5-minute mark.
Rushing like that. There's some pretty good guys inside that are ahead of him on that depth chart, but he keeps doing that. They'll find a spot for him.
Pressure as Howell throws.
One for Gibson.
And Gibson goes nowhere. He'll get wrapped up. Loss of 2 on the play.
Welch. And a loss of 2 on the play. And Welch, who's in at linebacker, real good special teams player for the Ravens, forces a 3rd and 6. Mike McDonald, who's got an
3rd and
interesting
6.
Resume, was in the organization, left to coach the defense at Michigan with a guy named Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh. And then John took him back and said,
quick shout out to Johnny Aponte for subscribing. Thanks a lot, Johnny. Welcome
really
to the
good
channel.
coach.
Yeah, a little
Thank you
different
for
style
subscribing.
than what we had seen those years under Wink Martindale, but the
3rd and
results were the
6.
same.
Howell
under
good
pressure.
Protection. Gibson. Long way to go for the
We'll
first
dump it
down.
to Gibson. He's going to be short
Forced out by
of
Josh
the
Ross.
first. It'll be 4th and 3.
And it just depends on what Ron Rivera, Riverboat
Shout out to
Ron
Betsy
in the
Streibel
preseason wants to
for
see.
subscribing as
The
well.
answer
Thank you,
is he wants
Betsy.
to see
Welcome
his
to
young
the channel.
quarterback try to convert
Thank you
a
for
4th down.
subscribing.
Yeah, you're going to lose.
Shout out to K2WV. Dude says, Jay, thank you for reporting on this game. I'm a diehard fan of the Redskins.
Right away.
Can't find the game at all in Florida. I got you, man. Much love. You know I'm here.
They do want to
Scott
make sure
Collet in the
Joey
house. What's
Sly
up,
is their
Scott?
guy after missing
What's
5
going on with
field
you, bro?
goals a year ago.
4th and 3. These Commanders are going to go for it. Here we go. He has time. Throw. Ball is tipped, but it was caught. What a catch. Dotson for 16 yards. Give those Commanders a first down.
16 yards from Sam Howell to Jahan Dotson.
After the tip, he still brought it down.
Horseshoe because you've got Sam Howell and Travis Jones. He gets his hand on the ball. And yet Jahan Dotson just stays with it. It was really a great job by Howell and this offensive line, giving him the time to just sit there in the pocket and allow him to free up.
Robinson almost broke loose.
Get out of it, but he got brought down.
Malik Ham made that stop. And by the way,
no gain on the run.
Horseshoe or not, ball tipped or not, Sam Howell has only thrown 2 incompletions in this half.
Well, he's been poised. I mean, that's what everyone has talked about. And what a job this offensive line has done overall. That's as much a question mark coming into this season as what the quarterback is. And if the offensive line hadn't have done what they did on that play, then he's not able to hang in there and make the
2-minute mark. And it looks like they're going to run it down, and we'll take the 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning here in Landover with the Commanders facing a 2nd and 8, and Eric Bieniemy trying to find the right play to help the young quarterback, and the Washington Commanders take the lead. Good game here in Maryland.
I like it. Score 7-3. Commanders threatening as they are at the Baltimore Ravens 9. It'll be 2nd and 8 after we come back from the 2-minute warning, and we get to this quick commercial break. Timeout. Shout out to you guys. 780 viewers, 220 likes. The next goal is going to be 250, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that you're smashing that like, that thumbs up. We just need 30 more. I do thank you all for the support and rocking with us tonight. Monday Night Football, your Ravens and your Commanders. Timeout.
You've got me saying words in my head, filling my mind with these images, and it's the way that you look at me, makes me feel like I can't.
Shout out to you, Cameron. That's how it works, bro. That's how it works. Getting back over to the votes, we have 380 votes, 65% for your Ravens. Kathy, I'm good. How you doing tonight? What's going on with you? Shout out to you, Victoria. Shout out to you, Jonas.
A managing general partner of an NFL team between two thorns. His name is Josh Harris.
I'm surrounded.
Hey, we've been kept. This drive has taken so long that you've been waiting in the wings to come on. Thank you for coming on.
Oh,
congratulations.
I came on to get us a touchdown
here.
Well,
it's I think it's 2nd and 8 when we go back to work here. How exciting is this for you?
Oh, it's great. I mean, everyone's coming out. I've been told that this is energized compared to a regular season game.
Shout out to you, Kathy. Happy birthday.
And,
why didn't you tell us?
We gotta
Happy birthday to you, Kathy.
Yeah, I mean,
Happy birthday.
You're no stranger to professional sports teams.
Why don't you guys give a big shout out to Kathy? It's her birthday today.
Devils, of the Sixers, now the Commanders. I would imagine it's fair to say everything is being evaluated here in the early days of your tenure?
Yeah, look, well, I'm watching, I'm learning.
As we get back to it, 2nd and 8.
Ron and the crew have done a great job of getting this team right there, right by the playoffs. But it's a long season, but we're optimistic. And watching Sam out there.
Here you go.
Bro.
Yes, sir.
Broken up.
Incomplete. He had a shot. De'Ami Brown, even though Josh was excited. That's
1 second, guys.
Vote this, like this. Shout out Victoria/Jonas.
Shout out to you, Furious Storm. Thanks for the $2 support. Thank you for the donation.
This is the organization and the team
you
grew up rooting for in Chevy Chase, Maryland, and
yes, sir.
You know, for you to be at the controls has got to be in some ways a dream and a lifelong ambition that's fulfilled.
Look, it's an amazing opportunity. Obviously, who knew as a middle-class kid from Chevy Chase I'd end up here. Let's go.
There you go. That's Gibson.
And he's
touchdown.
There we go. I told you guys. Let's not give up, Dave.
And now flags fly as a fight breaks out in the end zone.
Kathy, nobody cares for her birthday. J.K. Lowe happy day.
It's on the board.
It's on the board.
First touchdown in FedEx Field with you guys. Thank you.
And Sam Cosme is doing the gritty, and Gibson's got a touchdown, and then the flags, and then we'll have to sort this all out.
Well, it was
really well-designed play. Antonio Gibson here, he's going to run the post, and then you've got Josh Ross, who he's going to go over the top because of the action here. As Antonio Gibson comes out of the backfield, you see he's thinking he's going to go to the flat. He comes underneath it, and then it's just who can be more physical at the goal line and score.
And the answer was Gibson. While they talk, Troy and I were in a car coming out here today, and we drove by RFK Stadium, and I know, Troy, that brings back great memories for you.
Memories. It brings back memories. I don't know how great many of them are. I know you had a lot of great memories there, but I just can't help but think what might happen. A lot of discussion about possible stadium down there at the old RFK
The result of
site.
the play is a touchdown. After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Offense number 63. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense number 39. Those fouls will offset. We will play the try.
Yeah, well,
is that a possibility?
Look, I mean, I grew up walking down East Capitol Street, cheering against you, I must say. Sorry about that. I'm sure it was an unhospitable place for you to come, right?
Sure
it was very hospitable for our fans. It was loud. It was noisy. And so, yeah, like that kind of impact, that kind of excitement is what there. Oh, my goodness.
There it is. Is that a Kilmer shirt?
That is a Kilmer shirt. So embarrassing, but
that's great.
I'm looking good as a 9-year-old. But
what'd your mom say? I'm Mama Commander?
My mom, you know, she raised her hand and stood up and inherited the team. So she did. But look, we got to get back to an exciting place to play, and we're on our way here in FedEx Field, and who knows?
Well, we're going to take a quick break. It's a 3-point lead for Josh Harris's Washington Commanders. We're bringing luck to the man to my right, to Troy's left. Back after this.
Let's go.
Oh, my goodness. Is this for real?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Commanders up 10-7. 3-point lead for your Commanders. Minute 49 left in the second quarter. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Furious Storm coming through with the $2 super chat. Kathy, you know we care about your birthday, Kathy. Happy birthday to Kathy. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Furious Storm, for the $2 super chat. Thank you for the support, my friend. Shout out to Ja War. What up, man? 357. What up, says Jay. On the scale from 1 to nothing, do my Cardinals have a chance? They might win something. You can't just write them completely off. Shout out to you, Christopher Kelly. What up, man? Will these Commanders break the streak of these Ravens? Will they break the streak?
Please tell my kids to go to bed. Smiley face.
Wait a minute. DJ, stop the music. Shout out to Emmy. Says, please tell my kids go to bed. Kids, it's bedtime. Your Uncle Jay said it's time to go to bed. It's time to go to bed. Wrap it up. I'm sure you got your pajamas on. I'm sure you had a fresh shower. No, we're not going to read you a bedtime story right now. It's time to go to sleep because it is Monday Night Football. Shout out to you, Emmy. I got you. Thank you for the $2 donation. Thank you for the support. Get those kids to bed as we get back to it.
rubbing it in. I'm now rubbing it in. The Ravens and Josh Johnson, he's been impressive, but coming off that interception last time he was out there, sets up.
Johnson throws deep. That's going to be caught. What a catch.
And a flag,
but there is a flag down.
Early in the route.
He said, don't make me get the belt.
33-yard
child abuse
if it stands.
Child abuse. What's up, Ryan? What's going on with you, bro?
If it does.
Illegal use of hands to the face. Defense,
Ooh.
number 34. That penalty is declined. Result of the play.
All right, so the
down.
play stands for the Ravens. First and 10 at the 42 with a minute 43 on the clock.
Was guilty of hands to the face, and we'll continue and wrap up. We were supposed
3:57,
to
yeah,
talk
man.
to Josh
you know, it's all love.
when his team
you know
was
how
going
we do.
down the field. There was no break.
There was no break.
And I'm keeping this man of
all right, here we go.
high importance just waiting in the wings, but here he is. First down. From
Pressure.
42,
Johnson goes for it all again, and that's going to be a flag. That's on the defense. Stevie Wonder seen that one, my friend.
They got tangled up.
Wow.
And Wallace was spinning, and down he went.
Pass interference. Defense, number 37. Spot foul. Automatic first down.
So that's Wild Goose, who is guilty of the pass
Yeah, just give him an easy touchdown.
A first and goal.
Well, it's just an absolute foot race. You got
Wild
Tylan
Goose.
Wallace, he's just running a go route. But Rashad Wild Goose, he
yeah,
sits
Wild
on
Goose.
And gets beat, and that's what happens.
I don't know if he's going to make it. I don't think he's going to make it.
Playing through the receiver before the ball arrives.
So now first
Terrible
and goal.
defense. So now it's first and goal for the Ravens at the 7.
Ball at the 7.
Quick throw. Back shoulder. And that's caught. That's a touchdown on Wild Goose.
That was a
yeah, he's getting cut. He's out of here after this game. Ravens with the touchdown.
We saw this last week with Tyler Huntley and Tylan Wallace.
Tylan Wallace, 7 yards.
Down here in the red zone. The timing is perfect. There's really not a lot there that the defensive back can do. If you play that, if you're anticipating the back shoulder fade, then you get beat over the top. So they've been working on that in practice, and it's clear it's a go-to route for Tylan Wallace.
Ball comes out at the end. Touchdown is the call, and
all right, so now Ravens go back up.
Well, Josh Harris, you show up and we see 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's what I do, but we wanted 2 touchdowns.
That's what I do.
That's what I do.
Extra point is up. It is good.
Exactly. Well,
Ravens 14-10.
Thank you.
And good luck to you.
I'll see you guys around, all right?
Congratulations.
We are very excited. Yeah.
Good fun, right?
Josh Harris, who is the managing general partner of the Washington Commanders. We are nearing halftime. 1:34 left. Ravens on top by 4. Back after this.
All right, quick timeout. Commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Score is 14-10. The 1:34 left in the second quarter as we approach halftime here. Good game so far. Getting into the votes, 428 votes, 64% for your Ravens. As we take a quick timeout. Commercial break. Anders, the Commanders. The Commanders get the ball at halftime. After halftime. Glenn says Steelers better get 3 picks a game with Pickett as their quarterback. That's hoping for a lot. Shout out to Teddy. What's up, Teddy? What's going on with you, bro? So how do you guys feel about these Commanders under new ownership? Do you think it's better? Do you feel like the atmosphere is different for these Commanders? All right, Ja War, you got to calm down, my friend. You're upsetting the people in the back.
It was a tumultuous and many times investigated 20-plus year run with Daniel Snyder as the team owner. It's been a rough go, and these fans sense that things have changed and changed for the better with this new group. The managing general partner, Josh Harris, he talked about the process with the 76ers.
All right,
Here's
Commanders will take it from the end zone.
For the Commanders, and he is out around the 20. They had some rough years there at the start, but they've made the playoffs 6 straight years. They're a force in the NBA. He's got a good young core under contract with the New Jersey Devils. Everything here is under scrutiny by Josh Harris to see what he has. And you see what the fans, look at the difference between last year and this year, and to a man, everybody we talked to with the Commanders, they feel the buzz from the fan base.
Ernie Brown says DC fans deserve a new stadium.
Absolutely. There's an optimism that comes with this organization
First
going
and
into
10.
the season. And I don't want to overstate it, Joe, but we've been in town for a couple days. You can feel
Pressure.
it.
Here's a sack off the
And that's
edge
going to be
by
Howell going
Jeremiah
down. He gets a 7-yard loss from that sack.
15-second touchdown drive by the Ravens.
And it'll be second and
The Commanders
17.
Get to see Sam Howell operate.
Stephen David, what up, man?
And it starts
What's
with
going
a
on
loss
with you, bro?
of 6.
Yeah, it would have been a good opportunity and is a good opportunity, but they don't pick it up here. They don't bring more guys than they can block. It's just a breakdown, whether Howell should have redirected the offensive line or they should have picked it up. But a 4-man rush, nothing fancy, and a really easy sack.
That's Cornelius Lucas out at left tackle. Charles Leno, who will start the season at left tackle, not playing tonight. Troy talked about the changes on the offensive line. Leno, the only returner.
Jenny J says there are more
Charles
fans at the Washington game than there have been at any other game so far. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I mean,
Riley, fresh off winning a Super Bowl with the Chiefs,
the Redskins
brought in as a
franchise,
free
which I
agent,
mean is what they should be
he'll
called in the
take
first
over at
place.
right tackle.
You know, is
They have a third-round pick
the
from Arkansas
NFL.
they like a lot.
You know, so
Ricky
for them to go through
Stromberg,
the issues that they have and
the rookie,
you know, all the changes and stuff, it's good to see them
Rivera
come
said
back
keep an eye on him.
and
He can play guard too,
you know,
and
hopefully
keep
be
an
a
eye
household
out
name again.
for him. It's 2nd down and 17 after the sack.
Here we go, 2nd and 17. Howell steps up.
Howell trying to find somewhere to go.
And he's going to run out of bounds. He'll get maybe 6.
And a penalty flag flies
There's
in
a
the
flag.
secondary.
Shout out to Christopher Gillespie. What up, man?
7 or 8 yards on that scramble.
Yeah, he
going on
does
with
a
you,
good
bro?
job. There's not a lot.
Shout out to
for him down the
MBK Truck
field.
for subscribing.
And
Thanks a lot, MBK.
where
Welcome to the
normally,
channel.
Lesser mobile
Thank you
quarterbacks
for
having to throw
subscribing.
that away, he's at least able to get something out of it.
Holding. Defense, number 17.
Wow, it's going to be in the
Contact
defense.
penalty is added to the end of the play. Carries an automatic first down.
So add it. Just shout out to you, Christopher. Much love to Cleveland. Cleveland in the building. Shout out to you guys.
This possession with the automatic first down.
Cleveland, Ohio in the house.
Yeah, that's the definition of a hold, right, Mr. Perry?
You got it. I really want to talk about McLaurin before
All right, 1st and
we
10.
go off the air tonight. And you touched on how special he is and how Ohio State has just become this factory for really, really good wide
Howell
receivers.
throws
Pass,
to the
there
middle.
it
That's
is.
going to be caught.
McLaurin, first down
And
across the
McLaurin, he'll get 13 yards. It's another first down for your Commanders. September Girl 2, what up?
to number 17.
How you doing tonight?
Well, this is the things that, for a receiver in a lot of positions, that you just really can't coach. Well, they get a
this
little
is gonna
movement
be a
up there.
false
Ball
start.
doesn't get snapped. Everybody's moving but the center.
This will be a 10-second runoff with a running clock. Unless a timeout is
Opinion
taken
on the
by
Browns this
Commanders.
year?
They have 3.
We got to see. I mean, Watson's, second year back?
Offense number 24, 5-yard penalty.
Defense had so many issues last year.
Washington has elected to take its first charge timeout of the half to avoid the 10-second.
I'm not a real big fan of the Browns, but they may surprise us.
Yeah, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign, nor is that reaction. Hopefully he's okay. Go back to that catch in the route, and just a really nice job by him. He's going to line up in the slot where we're going to see more of him this year. And initially he's covered up, and he just continues to play, finds a spot, and because of the blocking up front by that offensive line, Sam Howell had plenty of time to find him.
All right, here we go. 1st and 15 out of the false start. 55 seconds left in the clock.
Take another look at the end of the play and see maybe where something happened to Terry.
Howell has time. Goes for it. That's going to be a catch.
Dotson, flag is down in the secondary.
And another flag.
And Dotson had no one around him. A 16-yard completion from Howell, and this indication is the call is against the Ravens defense.
Wow. And it looks like illegal contact.
Prior to the pass, illegal contact. Defense number 39. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
So first down for the Commanders. They'll be at the Baltimore 49. And they'll have 45 seconds on the clock with 2 timeouts.
He's poised to really have an exceptional year. He's
it's me, Matt. What up, man? I'm good, bro.
You see it there.
How you doing?
And like I said earlier in this game, a lot of the concepts that we're seeing are what we saw from Kansas City, and that's what you would expect. But so much of that is predicated then, can the quarterback hold the ball long enough to allow these later developing routes to happen? And the answer so far has been yes.
And that's going to be broken up and incomplete.
The play made by our Darius Washington.
2nd and 10. Shout out to you, Patrick. Much love, bro.
Back to the Terry McLaurin play. He made the catch, and then on the tackle, you see the right ankle get pinned a little, but who knows? He got up limping, was frustrated when he got to the sideline, and like Troy said, hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, just an impressive guy. And you talk about these Ohio State receivers.
Yeah, man, Monday night.
Brian Hartline, the wide receivers coach at Ohio State. Boy, he's been
shout out to 357. Sean Taylor, yeah, man.
In the NFL.
And he's just been named the offensive coordinator. This throw is one of the few errant throws.
Gone but not forgotten.
Tried for the one-handed grab. But look at this list of young stars in the NFL. And that bottom line, all coached at Ohio State by Brian Hartline. I mean, he is making a difference at that level and then at the next.
And it's noticeable. You know me, I'm tough on wide receivers and how they run routes. And these young guys, when you watch them and you see what they're able to do and you look down and see where they went to college, invariably it was Ohio State. And he's
shout out to you, Billy.
One this year is going to be a top pick next year, and Marvin Harrison Jr., who got to learn a thing or two from his dad.
Oh, another throw. This man is throwing this rock. He is not playing around.
After a completion
as they get to the 32, 1st and 10, and they'll call a quick timeout. 29 seconds left.
Second charge timeout.
As we talk about
Washington, this is a 30-second timeout. Reset the game clock to 30 seconds, please. 30 seconds, the clock will start on the snap.
Things will get tougher for this offensive line. I mean, the Ravens aren't playing their guys, and things are going to change a little bit, but you can only go up against the guys that are on the field, and I think there's some things that this offensive line can gain some confidence from, because overall they've had a breakdown here and there, but overall they've really done a good job of providing a nice pocket for Sam Howell, and he's hung in there and delivered some really good throws.
Ron Rivera's been bullish on this offensive line as McLaurin goes underneath to get looked at.
Yeah, he's got a limp.
McLaurin's got and he's not being carted off.
A limp, which he's walking on it, so that's a good sign.
55 yards. Maybe helping in the secondary for this Baltimore defense would be a more formidable pass rush. They love David Ojabo. Adafe Owe,
not yet, Steven. I think they're definitely using this as a scale to see, but I think that'll be too much. As Howell is in trouble, gets out of it, throws deep, that's caught. Wow. Dotson for 20 yards. What a play by Howell. He is out there running for his life, passing the ball making plays, 20 yards
as
to
Howell
Dotson.
just keeps looking downfield.
Yeah, no, they're a pretty cool customer. I mean, here they come. They're bringing everybody, and they have extra protection in, so it's going to get picked up. But those are hard blocks, especially for the back, Brian Robinson. And Howell, he hangs in there. He's just an old gunslinger. He's going to wait as long as he can, and fortunately he's able to get out and then find his man.
Beautiful
Sam
catch.
Howell completing passes at 78% in this first half.
78%
hopefully
for
he
Howell.
doesn't come away from this game or this preseason like I did back in 1989. I thought it was a pretty easy league.
And how'd that season
well,
start?
not good. Yeah, not good. Went 0-11 as a starter, and
say that again. You kind of.
And that was the highlight. 0-11.
Oh, 0-11.
Yeah, I was.
Quick shout out to Dreth Duku for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel.
Job, though, tonight. You know, we
Thank you
talked
for
about
subscribing.
him coming in and what he's been able to do, and continue to gain the respect and confidence of the locker room and these offensive players as well as the coaches.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for these Commanders. Can they punch it in?
Good
Howell looking, throws too much, incomplete. 2nd and 10.
De'Ami Brown, I mentioned earlier in this game the rapport that he and Sam Howell, going back to the fact that they played in college together, and I like De'Ami Brown, and that actually was a pretty good route on his part. If probably a throw Sam Howell would like to have had back, but it's nice when you have those relationships with guys going back to college, and then they come along with you and just pick up where you left off.
2nd and 10.
17 seconds left, no timeouts for the Commanders. Good protection again.
Howell goes for it again. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Commanders. De'Ami Brown, 11 yards. Commanders score. No flags. Touchdown is good.
Eric Bieniemy has to love what he's seeing from his 22-year-old quarterback, Sam Howell.
No doubt. And the chemistry between
To be honest with you, this game doesn't feel like a preseason game at all.
De'Ami Brown has an ability
This feels
to make
like
a
a
tough catch. That was what
like
he
a
did in
regular
college,
season Monday night game
Sam
for
Howell
sure.
knows that, and it was good coverage.
Extra point
They
is up.
trusted that he'll win
Is
on the
good.
route,
Right
and he
down the
does.
middle.
They hooked up
And your
for
Commanders
20
go up right
touchdown
before halftime,
connections in
17 to
college in
14.
North Carolina, and they've got one here tonight. It is preseason, but you can't convince Sam Howell or De'Ami Brown about that. These plays matter.
Yeah, you're going to see when Howell goes to turn it loose. Look at the coverage. You'd think it's going to go over the top. Instead, he throws it underneath and allows De'Ami Brown.
It was a nice 50-50 ball for sure.
Come back to the football and make a play. That ball, typically, you would expect it to be thrown to the pylon.
Quick shout out to
But he's able
CM
to
for
count
subscribing.
on
Thanks a lot,
De'Ami
CM.
Brown
Welcome to the
win
channel.
and recognize
Thank
where
you
he's
for
putting the
subscribing.
ball, and then he'll come back and make a play, and that's exactly what he did.
De'Ami, who led the NCAA in contested catches his last year at Carolina. It's a big reason why they went
357,
and
yeah, man.
drafted him in the 3rd round.
You know, we see it time and
2
time again.
seasons ago. And so he and Sam Howell did it in Carolina blue, and now they're doing it for the Commanders here tonight.
Yeah, he's had limited opportunities up to this point, but he can run. He's got good size, and like you said, you know, the guys that can make those contested catches, you know, essentially are never covered. And just put the ball in his area and see if he can make a play, and that's a nice feeling for a quarterback.
I know that we are in August, right? We're in August 21st. But this has been fun. I mean, these two teams have gone up and down the field, and whether it's been Josh Johnson or that kid, Sam Howell, plays made all over the place. This has been a heck of a half of football.
It has been fun, and the crowd.
Shout out to you, Sheila. Yeah,
point.
If this doesn't get you
Is
excited for
energizing.
regular season,
And you
I don't
felt
know
it
what
driving
will.
into the stadium, and you feel it here tonight. They know it's a preseason game too, but I think there's an optimism that, you know, hey, maybe this can be a team that can do something that is not expected.
Big shout out to Rob all the way from Ohio. Shout out to you, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're at halftime. Score is 17 to 14. Excellent start. Excellent first half. And this is the football we like to see on a Monday night. Monday Night Football, we got your Ravens and your Commanders. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and I'll be right back before we start the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to you guys. As we get the tunes going, I'll be back.
Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. I'm running the race and I'm faster than them. Yeah, yeah. All of the trash, forget them.
we'll take it night in Landover, Maryland. We're going to start putting the great and Emmy Award-winning Lisa Salters to work in this second half, because you know what happens in the second half of preseason games.
Yes.
Turns into an interview. It's like McNeil Lehrer or Frost Nixon.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
And
we're back at it.
Kaz Allen says no thank you.
Second half, third
he takes
quarter.
a knee. Welcome inside the booth. I'm Joe Buck. That's Troy Aikman, and that was a fun first half. And we can go either way, but we can talk about Sam Howell because his checkdowns have been great. His eyes have been down the field. There's really not much that they saw in that first half that they're not going to like.
I wouldn't think. I mean, there's going to be those coaching moments. There always is, but I was impressed with him. He continued to do the things that he has shown going back to when he was in college and then when he's gotten his opportunity last year and then last week's preseason game. But I just thought there were a lot of really good things to be excited about offensively for Washington Commanders, and I thought Eric Bieniemy as well called a really nice first half.
Here is a really good pro in Jacoby Brissett taking over at quarterback. You can't connect with Chris Rodriguez, a rookie they like, a running back. I mean, the quarterback comparison, Josh Johnson was great. He's been around the block. It's actually his
Johnson
third
was
time
10 for
on the
12,
Ravens
145
roster,
yards,
and
2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Todd Monken went
Can't
on
ask
and
for much
on
from
about Josh
that man either. He
in
did great
our
tonight.
Meeting we had with Todd, he really likes number 17.
Yeah, and he had a great outing as well. So there's nothing for him to be ashamed of, and he helped his position. And that'll be an interesting one to see, how it shakes out when it's all said and done. Maybe they keep 3, I'm not sure, but there'll be some decisions that they'll have to make as an organization.
And it's worth bringing up with John Perry down the line. It's getting a lot of ink, this third quarterback, this emergency quarterback situation that Josh Johnson actually was kind of a part of, like a Josh Johnson rule because of the NFC Champ game when he went out with a concussion and
Third and
Purdy
5
had to come back with a torn-up elbow in a championship game. That, well, go ahead, John. You have to be on the roster to be able to come into a game as an emergency player.
Yeah, that weekend, one of the 53. And the concept is to maintain the integrity of
quick
play.
Throw, gets it off, but it's going to be just short for the first down.
Go down. We have a third bona fide quarterback
and it'll be 4th and
take
1
over the offense until hopefully one of them returns that day.
Shout out to
So
Purple.
there it is. Teams make designated third quarterback.
What's up, Purple? How you doing tonight?
This can't be somebody not on the 53-man roster.
Let's go.
And he
Shout
will
out
not
to the Wrench
count
Gang.
as an
Shout out to the
active player.
family in the building.
And he's only eligible to play due to injury or ejection, and the depth with which teams have to go into to document the injuries.
So the Commanders will punt back to
is
the
pretty
Ravens.
extensive. So you can't game the system, but it's a smart rule.
Right, it's a 4-page document. They want no gaming, but they do want the integrity of play.
Well, Keaton
And
Mitchell
this will be down
wanted
at
to
the
return that punt
15
from Pilardi,
for
but
the
does
Ravens.
not. 51-yard punt. Nice night for Michael Pilardi.
Much
just
love,
added
Eric.
to the
What's
roster.
going on with you, bro?
3-point game here in Landover.
All right, so quick timeout commercial break as we start this third quarter. 13 minutes, 18 seconds left. Score 17-14. Ravens get the ball back as we take the timeout commercial break. Go says, I just can't get that performance from Josh last year out of my head. He's a totally different man now. Some would say he sold. That's what some would say. Eric's is waiting on the Ravens to do something so I can take shots. Do you really have to wait on those Ravens to do something, Eric? Shout out to you, bro. All right, as far as the votes go, what do we got? 510 votes. 63% for the Ravens. Commanders with the lead.
Game, and now the first possession for the Baltimore Ravens, and Anthony Brown, first-year player, not a rookie, from Oregon, taking over, and we'll send it down to Lisa Salters.
Hey, Joe. Well, we have an injury update for you on Commanders wide receiver Terry McLaurin. We saw him go limping into the locker room right before halftime. They're calling it a right toe injury. We don't know how serious it is.
Oh, wow. So Terry McLaurin's right toe.
We know of, but he wasn't expected to play in the second half, so not sure just how serious the injury is. So, Joe.
All right, Lisa. Well, yeah, if we get anything else, because Commanders fans want to know, Sam Howell wants to know, Ron Rivera, Eric
Shout out to you, Sonia. Yeah.
If we find out anything, we will pass it on for sure, but heck of a player that unfortunately got dinged up. Hopefully not too serious.
Handoff, plenty of space.
Handoff here to Melvin Gordon. A nice run.
Gordon get a first down, 12 yards on the carry.
And the aforementioned Anthony Brown takes over, signed as an undrafted free agent with the
Shout
Ravens
out to Greg Ford. What up, man?
Played 2 games in his rookie
What's going on
year.
with you tonight?
Start.
Monday Night Football,
So
Ravens and the Commanders.
Categorized as a first-year player, but he's been in the league for just a bit.
First and 10. Play action.
Here's Gordon.
And Gordon goes
Nice
nowhere
play
on that one.
Out on the edge, and that's David Mayo.
You know, last week, speaking of Anthony Brown, he got in that preseason game, and with Ravens with a lead, he threw a pick 6. And they elected to go for 2, so the Ravens end up holding on to the win. But that was close to losing that long win streak that they had.
Second and 10.
Buried that one.
Preseason.
And shame on me. The Ravens have won 24 straight preseason games. That's on the line here tonight. Nice
almost picked, but I don't know how he caught
Stood
that.
Up is the young tight end Travis Vokalek, and David Mayo on the other side of the field, a gain of 5. That'll bring up third down. Anthony, when you talk to Todd Monken, he describes Anthony as upper-level arm talent, smart, athletic.
Yeah, Brown's another one that looks
and then he
poised.
said, you know, the funny thing is when you're trying to make a
back
team,
there.
it's almost hard to check the ball down, but he should check the ball down more. But you want to show what you can do with the arm.
And every backup quarterback that's been in the NFL can tell you that.
He's in trouble, spins out. Brown
And
out
he's
to
going
his
to
left.
keep it.
Can he get it with his legs?
And he got the first down.
To be yes.
Listen, the Ravens have 4 solid quarterbacks.
First down for the Ravens. And Abdullah Anderson was out there to make the
now,
stop.
granted, it's
not
preseason.
A fresh set of downs.
But they all look
Get
solid.
the ball out right away to Prochet or come back inside to Wallace. But, yeah,
First and
to
10.
go back to what you said, you get very few reps in practice, and just checking the ball down isn't going to attract any attention from your coaches or impress anybody. And so you really want to make the big play. And
Here we go, first and 10.
And oftentimes when you start having that mentality, bad things happen.
Brown rolls out.
Out to his right.
And he'll get about 4
Positive
on the
play
scramble,
as he
second
turns
and
into
6.
a 4-yard gain. Keaton Mitchell was in at running back. And he will, it appears, stay in the huddle. And that's
Tech
a guy
713, yeah, man.
As a free agent
I can't
from
wait.
East Carolina,
I can't wait to see what they do week
could
1.
force his way onto this team because he's a little
Regular
different
season is
look
definitely
as
going to
a
bring out
back
the best of a lot of
for
players.
John Harbaugh's offense. Second and 6.
Second and 6.
Delayed handoff, here he is. And there he
Oh,
goes.
gets that
First down
edge.
plus.
He's still going.
Keaton Mitchell with a big play on second and 6.
31 yards for Mitchell.
A run of 31 yards as 34 shows what he can do.
Yeah, he certainly does. And what he has that you can't coach is just pure speed. That's the attraction. And even here, not great blocking up front. You see that there's 2 defenders.
My goodness.
3 defenders right there willing to make a play. And yet, because of his speed and burst, he's able to get to the edge and turn what really should not have been much into a significant gain.
1st and 10.
Yeah, he definitely has the eyes of, of this coaching staff.
Stays in. Brown fires. Pass
Throw
is
to the
caught.
middle. It's going to be caught by Prochet for 7 yards.
For 7.
I think looking at this game,
2nd
Joe,
and 3.
for Ravens fans, and I think that they know that this, for those that have been following this team, is, you know, we really haven't seen what we're going to see. And I'm excited about it, to see what that might look like. And Harbaugh was clear that he loved what they did with Greg Roman and power running game and playing great defense, but you got to be perfect when you play that style, and oftentimes it doesn't lead to a lot of points, and that's what
Quick
hurt them
toss
last
on the
year.
screen.
Here's Gordon looking for a
Gordon
block.
tries to get some space.
And the flag flies.
And there's going to be a
The other
flag.
part
It's
of
probably
that
going to be
is
holding
they
on the
didn't
offense.
get the big plays, and when you don't get big plays, it's hard to score a lot of points, and then you put more and more pressure
Steph
on your
1090.
defense,
You have
and
to go into your Google settings.
They got some guys now that'll line up at wide
You're looking
receiver
to
that can
change
get
that.
some big
Foul on
plays.
the play. It's 3rd down.
Okay, never mind.
Well, as it stands right
So
now,
3rd and 1.
on this roster for the Ravens, 5 former first-round picks at wide receiver when you add Laquan Treadwell, who was one for the Minnesota Vikings when he came into the league. But you've got Odell Beckham, who's been great and has looked great. Aguilar.
All right, here we go.
Rashad
Can they get
Bateman,
this
who's
first
worked his
down,
way
3rd
back
and
from
1?
injury. Zay Flowers.
Hand off.
It's an impressive
And
throw,
they
first
will.
down as Gordon picks it up.
Gordon fights
For
for
those
that
that are
yard.
wondering about Odell Beckham and
locks
how
it
he
in.
has looked, he has made a lot of plays in camp. But the biggest thing for him, and I think the most encouraging thing, is that he's been on the practice field. He hasn't missed many days, and that's a great sign. Coming off that knee injury, of course, missing all of last season, but he can still run, and I expect him to do a lot of good things. In addition, you know, and going back to this offseason,
8 minutes, 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Ravens
maybe being able to hook up, and when
right
they
in the
got
score.
Odell Beckham signed, it kind of felt like, you know, maybe a deal with Lamar was imminent.
Brown fires.
Good throw that's caught. Ravens. That's going to be a touchdown.
17 yards to Vokalek.
Vokalek with the touchdown.
And the rookie tight end fought his way in.
I like where this game is going. Both teams battling it out
He
Monday
does a
night.
really good job of pushing up the field and then finding the hole as he bends over the middle of the field. Now Mason, the route that he runs underneath, it's just a really good combination with number 38 Mason. He draws the linebacker to him, and a great read opens it up for
Tucker will kick the
Vokalek
field goal.
for the touchdown.
It is up.
Extra
And
point
it is good.
is good.
Score 21-17.
Anthony
4-point lead for your
Anthony Brown
Ravens.
To the list.
7
Good
minutes,
quarterback
49
play
seconds
tonight
left in the third.
From all we have seen. And we'll see more of Jacoby Brissett when we come back.
All right, quick timeout commercial break. 7 minutes, 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Score is 21-17. Ravens coming down, getting the score as we take a quick timeout. Commercial break. Shout out to Charles Faulkner. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 548 viewers, 277 likes. We need 23 more to get to 300. Make sure you're smashing that like, that thumbs up. It is much appreciated. Also, subscribe to the channel. Lock it in. Monday Night Football. Jonas says, we should know by Thursday if Dak and company suit up, but I highly doubt it. I think all the coaches are trying to get, maybe just a quarter or a couple series with their starters, and I think that's what the theme is. Shout out to you, William Nicholson. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for the support. As we get back to your votes, 551 votes, 64% for the Ravens. As we get back to it.
With the Ravens, Lamar Jackson. Lamar, you didn't play tonight, but I know you're excited about this upcoming season. New offense, new offensive coordinator. What are you most looking forward to start this season?
What I'm most looking for to start this season is playing. I didn't play towards the end of the season last year. I went down with a knee injury. But just being around my guys, getting back out there on the field, and, the new addition with Coach Monk and the new guys, I'm just ready to get in this explosive offense.
You talked everything is new. So, what's been the most challenging part about doing something new, playing a new style of ball?
Whenever you bring in a new system, a new coach and stuff like that, I wouldn't say the hardest thing is to learn is the playbook, but, I'm a quarterback, so it's just the terminology.
All right, so Ravens can get back to the Commanders. It's going to be a touchback.
And you've got some exciting new weapons. Tell me, how has Odell looked to you?
Shout out to Lisa Downey. Says, come hang with us every Monday. Where else can you have this much fun? Nowhere else. That is for sure. Shout out to you guys.
Odell, and then we got the new addition, Zay, and he looked phenomenal as well.
Yeah, I want you to elaborate on
Obviously,
Zay,
you guys know the schedule for regular
rookie,
season. Monday night, Thursday night, 3 games on Sunday. That is the schedule. So if you have not already, make sure that you lock it in, subscribe to the channel, click that bell to know your notifications.
He's explosive. Guy.
As we have a big run up the middle by Williams, who gets 7 yards on the play.
Just what were your
Second and
emotions
3.
once it was done and you knew you were going to be a Baltimore Raven?
I was just grateful, to God be all the glory. I was just grateful for, us finally getting the deal done, and I'm being in Baltimore the next 5 years.
Well, as always, thank you for joining me. Looking forward to seeing you week 1.
I appreciate you, Ms. Lisa, as always.
Joe.
Lisa, thank you. And we were coming back from commercial. Odell
Shout out to
Beckham
Steph 1090. Thanks a lot.
Stuff at Lamar before
Thanks
they
for
came
the love
on
and
camera.
support.
That's how you win an Emmy. Lisa just as a pro. Here's Brissett out
tries
to his
get
right.
out of trouble. He's going to run.
He is going to pick up the
and
first
he'll
down.
get the first down.
Here's the hard thing for the Ravens. As you look at this number, people gave Lamar Jackson trouble for representing himself. He might have a second career as an agent. He got $185 million guaranteed.
Shout out to you, Bob.
Fourth on that list, still led by Deshaun Watson and right in front of Jalen Hurts.
$185
million.
million.
Philadelphia Eagles. But he got his money, and now he's got work ahead of him to try to assimilate into this system.
But Deshaun has the largest contract of them all.
Yeah, there was
it's crazy.
A time this offseason where it didn't look like they were going to upgrade at wide receiver or have a franchise quarterback.
Brissett, quick throw. Nice move.
Nice move.
Still on his feet. Nice spin. As Brown gets 16 yards.
17 yards.
And I mentioned the
First and 10
relationship
for the
that
Commanders.
Lamar Brown and OBJ had, and once they signed Odell and what that might have led to. But I think the other part of that equation was when Jalen Hurts signed his deal. I think it provided a framework in order for the Ravens to be able to cut a deal, because essentially it said that the Deshaun Watson contract was a bit of an outlier.
First and 10.
And now, well, you talk about being optimistic coming into the season with what all they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And that's going to be to Pringle.
Formerly
5 yards in the play.
City, and there with Eric Bieniemy, a gain of 5.
We heard Lamar also talk about learning the offense. One thing that's been a little different for Lamar in training camp has been that.
Shout out to Frederica coming through with another $5 super chat donation.
In order to learn the offense, and then.
Shout out to you, Frederica. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the $5. Says go Ravens.
They'll use it some in the season, but they're not going to call everything off the wristband.
Nice
run. Another
and
run by Williams for 8 yards.
Williams, a gain of 9. Todd told us there will
First
be
down
a
for the
wristband,
Commanders.
there will be plays on it. But as far as the basics, and it's something you agreed with, being a longtime quarterback in this league, make him
just
call
approaching the 5-minute mark in the third quarter.
And make him, as you said,
Ravens holding on to a 4-point lead.
I did it visually my whole career until my last couple because of who we had calling the plays. It was more comfortable for him. And I didn't like using the wristband. I think you lose sight of really visualizing the play as you call it, as you walk to the line. It sets you back a little bit, in my opinion. There are others who have had great success
plenty of
with
time.
it.
Brissett throws behind
And that's
Brown.
going to be incomplete.
And Brown gets hit in the back of the head. And now down on one knee.
Oh, that wasn't
I think
good.
the last part of that, Joe, is this, that
was not good at all.
Lamar Jackson is a bigger part. He's a huge part already, obviously, with what he's done. But now he's taken on more as far as wanting to have more control in the passing game, wanting to air it out a little bit. And with a new coordinator, the quarterback has to be as invested in the offense as what he is. And that's going to determine how successful ultimately they are. And all signs so far are that he's picking it up and things are going well.
Bro, what a hit.
Floated
Stayed
and
on his
caught
feet
by Chris Rodriguez. A gain of 4. We have an update on Terry McLaurin. He had x-rays on his right big toe, and the x-rays were negative.
Shout out to you, Jonas.
So that is a nice note. And good to be able to say for somebody who we've always enjoyed watching, as he's in his 5th year now, former 3rd-round pick. There were a lot of scouting departments that had to answer questions
3rd and 6.
how they didn't have Terry McLaurin on their board higher than a 3rd-round pick.
What a steal, right? For the 3rd-round pick to be able to get a guy of his caliber.
Brissett out to his right, throws behind Milne.
Throws incomplete. That'll lead to 4th down.
And there's probably some people at home, maybe even
Ravens defense stepping it up.
A few people in some of these skyboxes and on that sidelines that are wondering
what are
why
you
Terry
guys
McLaurin
doing
was
in the
playing
chat?
tonight. But I
Breakfast,
like that they're putting him
Breakfast.
out there with Sam Howell. I like these teams, no matter how veteran your quarterback is. I like to see those guys get a few reps. I think it helps. But they're obviously, especially with the salaries what they are, you're constantly guarding about getting to week 1 with a healthy roster.
And
this is a thing of beauty. That snap
right down the middle
literally dribbled.
It's a 1-point game
to Tress Way, and somehow he picked it up, got it on its end, and Joey Sly hit from 49.
You mean that's not how it's supposed to be snapped?
Look at that. Wow. 1-point game. Baltimore.
Yeah, he definitely fixed it. The snap was terrible. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Commanders hit the field goal, making it a 1-point game, 21-20, as we have 3 minutes and 48 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Quick timeout. Commercial break. Shout out to you guys. What do we got here for the votes? 556 votes, 63% for the Ravens. Still holding it down. 577 viewers, 284 likes. We need, 285 now. We need 15 more likes, ladies and gentlemen. 15 more thumbs up to get to that 300 mark. Make sure you're smashing that thumbs up. It is much appreciated. I do thank you all for the support as we get to this quick timeout commercial break.
You've got me saying words in my head, filling my mind with these images.
Killer X, how you been, man?
And it's the way that you look
What's going on with you, bro?
makes me feel like I can't breathe. You've got me saying words in my head.
Well, I do thank you for that, Nancy. Much love. Thank you for all your support.
Makes me feel like I can't breathe. It ain't right, it ain't right, it ain't right. Oh no, it ain't right, it ain't right.
Shout out to you, Killer X. Happy face. Lamar did not play. He did not play.
Celebrates youth and high school football year-round through Play Football, an initiative aimed at creating positive experiences for players, coaches, and parents with the goal of preserving and promoting the values of the game. To learn more and find a league near you, visit playfootball.com.
Shout out to you, Jimbo.
There
Good
is
to see
more
you,
to this
man.
story, and we'll give it to you just so I can give you all the information. You see members of the Washington Commanders and some of the youth that they are reaching out and helping. I'll give you more of the specifics after the kickoff here as the Ravens are about to get it back. There they are, those players. I believe, I've been told the entire team is here.
All that ego.
I don't know if that's in fact the case, but
shout out to you,
get to it here in 1 second.
They don't know about that one, yo.
The Ravens are about to get the ball back, leading by 1 with 3:48 left in the third.
All right, here we go. Commanders send it back to the Ravens.
This is Keaton Mitchell. You saw that good run he had from the running back position, and now over the right side. Spins his way out near the 28.
To the 27.
Well, as part of the Commanders Play Football campaign, Washington announced a $75,000 donation to Digital Pioneers Academy. You saw the players to assist in the launch of its first ever football program in June. You saw the players, legends, and staff meet with the student athletes. Will be part of the school's inaugural football season this upcoming fall. It's a public charter school in D.C.
First and 10 for your
educate
Ravens.
Students from low-income communities that are most at risk for dropping out. It's a great story, and good that the Washington Commanders are doing what they can as they do it, not just with their checkbook.
Well, these Ravens continue on their lead.
That practice and making sure those kids know that they're valued.
Yep, absolutely. Good stuff. Really good stuff.
Shout out to you, Melvin. All right, here we go.
Here is a handoff to Owen Wright.
And
first time he's touched the ball tonight.
6
we go
yards
down
on the carry
to
second and
I don't
4.
know, the star of the game with Lisa Salters.
Thank you, Joe. Sam, I'm going to ask you, how do you think you played tonight?
Yeah, I thought it was all right. I thought we did some good things. I thought there was a lot of things that we could have done a better job of, things I could have done a better job of. You know, I took 2 bad sacks that were my fault, so would have liked to not have those plays. But, you know, I'm proud of my guys. We kept fighting. We're able to put some good drives together.
You took that 1 sack in the first quarter, but then you came back and made that big completion for a first down.
All right, here we go, second and 4.
It was a small sequence of events, but tell me, what did you learn from that?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this all camp long. We got to be resilient. You know, when bad plays happen, you know, we have an opportunity next play to make up for it. And we did that a couple times tonight, but I think overall we just gotta be a little more clean than we were.
Now, coming into camp, what did you want to show to just kind of prove the confidence that
Shout out to Frank since I got the Ravens in this one.
Had in you. What did you want to show that you deserved to run this thing?
Yeah, I mean, I think just coming out every day, I wanted everybody to trust me. I wanted this organization to trust me. I wanted my teammates to trust me. So just trying to come in every day and work as hard as I can and just try to be the best player.
Another handoff, and that's going to be a stop for the Commanders.
Expectations. What does a
wrap up
successful
those
season
Ravens
look
behind
like
the line? It'll be 4th and 3.
Yeah, I mean, I think the main thing is we take it one step at a time. We take it one day at a time. And we're going to take it one game at a time, and we're going to try to win every single game. And we expect to win every game. Every time we step on the field, we expect to win. And, you know, if we do that, we'll see where that takes us.
You said this is your dream. Can you put into words how excited you are to be getting this?
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm just so blessed and so blessed by God just to be given this opportunity. So I'm going to do everything I can to try to make the most of it.
Good luck to you, Sam.
Thank you.
All right, here we go.
Lisa, thank you. Thanks to Sam. What a nice night for the young quarterback. 1 NFL start that counted under his belt. Named the starter this past week, and he's showing all he can do tonight. He did. His night's over, and it was impressive.
And the Commanders will start off at their 29 with 1:41 left in the third quarter. Ravens still holding on to a 1-point lead, 21-20, as we get into a timeout. Commercial break. Steph1091 says, Jay, what do you think the score is going to be? 35-27, something like that, maybe. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, getting over to the votes. 585 votes, 64% for your Ravens. Shout out to Mattingly, says 71-20 Ravens. What? You must be really playing Madden, you know, with those kind of numbers. 71-20. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got 574 205 viewers, 296 likes. We need 4 more. 4 more likes to get to 300. Make sure you guys are smashing that like, that thumbs up. It is much appreciated. I do thank you all for the support and rocking with us tonight. Monday Night Football. Your Ravens and Commanders as we get to this commercial break.
We're back, and there's a couple of injuries to update you on. First of all, De'Ami Brown got hit in the back of the head as he tried to make a sliding catch. He went into the blue tent and was getting looked at. Caillou Kelly is the one who delivered that hit to the back of the head.
There should be a fine for that.
Then on the other side, we saw, it looks like De'Ami's okay. We saw Keaton Mitchell go to the sideline, and they were looking at him a moment ago. He's the running back and kick returner for the Ravens, and a guy who's been impressive here tonight, been impressive in camp, and they had to take him into the dressing room.
Yeah, obviously you hate to see any of that, but Keaton Mitchell, you're right. I mean, one of those guys who's, a bit of a long shot.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Commanders. Quick
And then
handoff.
De'Ami Brown, who they're definitely going to be relying on. Ball's out.
Ball comes out, picked up by the Ravens.
Picked up and back the other way. Out of bounds.
Ball came out, fumble. It was punched out, picked up by the Ravens, and they're in excellent position.
With the gift.
Wow.
Takeaway on the fumble by Chris Rodriguez Jr., a 6th-round pick from Kentucky.
Well, let's take a look at it as he comes in. There's where's it? Right there where it comes out.
Malik Ham knocked it out. And Houston
Good
Carson
defense by the Ravens.
59 Ham is the one who kind of knocked it out.
Yeah, a lot of guys grabbing at it at that point, and Ham being the one who gets it out. But boy, Chris Rodriguez, he's another guy that.
So here we go. 1st and 10 for the
forward
Ravens
to,
now.
But, well, you start putting the
Looking to
ball on the
increase
ground,
on
that
this
really
lead.
diminishes your opportunities of making a roster.
Brown is going to carry it forward and pick up 3. Only 1 fumble last year at Kentucky. His last year there for Chris Rodriguez Jr. And we'll be thinking about that going to sleep tonight.
Yes, he will.
Shout out to you, Gary. This is Hey Jay. Good to have you here. My pick is Commanders 27-21.
John Parolin, who's out on the road with us in 2023.
Well, my prediction was the Ravens, sir.
Oh, Pylon.
We shall see.
Dubbed him Pylon.
We shall see.
It's good to have him here. He works.
First time I met him, he
Here we go,
told me his
2nd
name
and
was
7.
John Parolin. I said, how would you feel if I call you Pylon?
I don't know if that's how it went.
Run up
I
the
think
middle.
he said,
As
okay,
Wright gets
Pylon.
4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Here's Wright, Owen Wright, who's kind of taken over now for Keaton Mitchell. 3rd down coming up after a gain of 4. Trying to keep this winning streak alive, folks. 24 in a row. Dating back to 2015.
Pretty funny talking to John Harbaugh about the streak, and a lot of luck, as he said, involved in that.
Another handoff.
Nice
Commanders
play. Wright
defense
swallowed up.
stepping up.
Owen went nowhere.
So
And
now
Milo
Ravens will
Eifler
kick a
was
field
there.
goal here.
Actually, Milo is how he wants his first name pronounced, and Milo just made a play.
Milo, do it right.
Got to do it. That's right. Melo made it right, and I'm going to do it right. That's the end of quarter number 3. 21-20. Ravens with the streak on the line, leading by 1.
All right, so that fumble definitely cost the Commanders. Ravens are in position to score again, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown. I'm assuming they're going to go ahead and kick that field goal because, Justin Tucker is money. 4th and 3 for the Ravens at the Commanders 7 as we end the 3rd quarter, heading into the 4th. Shout out to you guys. Getting back to the votes, 600 votes, 64% for the Ravens. 595 viewers, 309 likes. Shout out to you guys for keeping it going. Shout out to you for getting us over that 300 likes as well. Also, my stream schedule, I'm going to put it up on the community chat for you guys because you have to vote. You guys are going to have to vote in the community chats for the games that you want me to stream on Thursday as well as Friday. So then I obviously put up the games for Saturday, Sunday. But, yeah, let me know what you guys think. But I'll drop that in the community chat once this game is over in about after the game's over, 15 minutes after the game. So make sure you guys vote. Let me know. Also, if you have not already, make sure that you do subscribe to the channel. We're doing this all preseason. Week 3 is coming up. Then obviously regular season, playoffs, Super Bowl, all that good stuff. So make sure that you do subscribe. Click that bell. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss a stream. And we have a good time. Family-friendly environment. And we'd love to have you guys here, as well as if you have any friends or family that love football, make sure that you share this with your friends and your family. All right, quick shout-outs to James Reese for subscribing. Thanks a lot, James Reese. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Patrick says, I really like how you let the commentators talk without interrupting them by cutting audio off. It's got to be a balance. It's got to be a balance. You know, what we're doing here is we're walking that fine line of what it is, and you know, got to be a balance. And I've fine-tuned this thing over the years, so there you go. Shout out to Duke, says Jay, Robert De Niro or Al Pacino. Al Pacino. Without a doubt. As we get back to it.
And they lead by 1 going into the fourth quarter. It's 4th down. And, well, instead of taking the easy chip shot, they're going to try and do a little bit more.
Well, they're going to go for the touchdown here on 4th and 3. And the Commanders jump, give them the easy first down. Unbelievable. Shout out to you, Draft. Thanks a lot, man. Much love, James Reese.
Neutral zone infraction, defense, number 64. Penalties half the distance to the goal, result in a first down.
Isaiah
what a way to start the fourth quarter.
To the roster this week.
Give him the first
Came
down.
Across right there.
Oh, man. 4th down, you get him on the hard count.
Yeah.
First and goal and swallowed up in the backfield.
That's going to be a loss of 5 yards on right.
And that play made by Andre Jones, and this kid has really shown something. A rookie.
Shout out to Abdul for blaming me
pick.
for that penalty.
They thought he was going to be a project.
I made him jump.
And he's come in a lot more polished and ready to go than they even expected. He has opened some eyes.
Yes, he has, and it helps when you don't get blocked, but he really has opened a lot of eyes, and he's just a raw guy. He played in a 2-point stance in college, so something as simple as just putting your hand in the ground is new for him.
2nd down and goal. Brown flushed out, throws it away.
Going to throw it away, incomplete. 3rd and goal.
Andre did not run at the combine because he had a hamstring injury, so he didn't get a chance to show how fast he is.
Shout out to Ravens all day.
As I said, a 7th-round pick. He's 6'5", 258, 17.5 career sacks, spread over 6 years in college.
Quick shout out to Digital Dynamic Gaming for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel.
They found something here.
Thank you for subscribing.
He's got just prototypical size and length at 6'5" and 258. And
all right, here we go. 3rd and goal.
The edge. He's just got to learn a few things, but he continues to grow.
3rd and goal.
Roll to the middle is caught over 3 defenders, and that is a Ravens touchdown. You have got to be kidding me. Over 3 defenders.
On 3rd and goal, an 8-yard throw to the free agent from Nebraska.
Well, this is a pretty good look at what the quarterback sees, and he turns it loose. You see, you got to fit that in there. He'd like that ball a little bit out in front of him, but because Vokalek does such a good job at setting his angle to the post, even a throw that's kind of on that back shoulder, he's able to make a play on it.
What a night.
Wow.
Well, he's one of those guys as well. When we ask John Harbaugh, they go for 2 points here. Put this out of reach. with a 2-possession game, but he was one of the guys that Harbaugh singled out and said he really wanted to see something from, and he's gotten that.
Johnson and Brown now 2 touchdown passes each. Plenty of time on the play clock. Looked like a false start.
So it's going to be a false start. They're going to bring it back. They're probably going to go ahead and kick this field goal now.
False start. Offense, number 77. 5-yard penalty. Still playing the try. This attempt will be for 1 point from the 20-yard line.
It's Daniel Fa'alele. And
yeah, right on the end here. Well, it doesn't take much. Yep, just you lean back and they get you.
So that
they will
changes the mind and the approach.
Tucker
And now
comes
the
out.
extra point instead of the
It's
2-point
up.
try.
It's good.
And Tucker.
28-20, Ravens.
Has there ever been anybody better at his job than Justin Tucker?
You.
Wow. All right.
Oh, my God.
28-20. 14 minutes and 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter as we take a quick timeout. Commercial break. All right, back to the votes. What do we got? 625, 64% for the Ravens. They have the lead. Trying to make it number 25 in a row for preseason wins. They are on their way. Timeout, commercial break. Jonas says Jay is about 5'3". Yeah, I'm 5'3". Shout out to CM. Says Jonas smoking that good stuff tonight. Shout out to the 5-3ers. We living, yo. They're showing the Falcons and Ravens game from 2015. So many flags on the Ravens. Jonas says Eric's drunk because his Bills got massacred on his birthday. Jonas, we're not supposed to mention that again.
Messed up the streak.
You messed up the streak.
You were auditioning.
Yeah, maybe.
For your new job.
Right.
Right? You got a lot of airtime that night.
Yeah, I did.
10 penalties, 134 yards.
Really?
Yeah.
How many did I throw? 7 out of 10, maybe?
It sure looked like
Look like it. Ice it down when you're done.
Ice it down. A little sore on the flight home after that one?
Sure.
Good. You ready for 2023 there, buddy? Any big rules that we need to know about, or just let it go?
No, let it go, Joe. Let's just play football. A lot of administrative stuff, but
you like
this
TV stuff, don't you?
Yeah, I like standing next to you.
Shout out to Nicole
You bought my
Cornwell
lunch today.
as well as
it's
Mike
like hanging out
Molina
with my
for
best new
subscribing.
buddy.
Thanks a lot.
I think
Welcome
the
to the
only
channel.
thing that fans will
Thank
maybe
you for
notice.
subscribing as we get back to it.
Well, 2 things. One, you can call a fair catch
First and
now.
10 for these Commanders.
And even if on a kickoff, and even if you're inside the 25. The ball's coming out to the 25. And 2,
handoff
on a 4th down, if a team doesn't get it and they go for it on 4th down, they review it.
Yeah, those are the 2 big play
7 yards to
rule
Rodriguez.
changes.
It'll be 2nd and 3.
We struggle with space and speed, punt plays, kick plays. So we're still trying to figure out a way, keep the foot in the game, but make the play safer. And this year you have the 1 year rule. If you do the fair catch, we'll give it to you at the 25.
Here's a nice throw by Brissett
middle,
as he
and
tries to
McGowan
climb on the
for
list of
14
quarterbacks
yards.
working well tonight as Kyrie McGowan makes the catch for 14. And the reason why this came in, again, for 1 year with a fair catch rule, is we've seen more of those pop-up kicks, which has led to more returns. And on kick returns is when you get the highest percentage of head injuries.
Right, you've got the space and the speed, and they're trying to reduce the concussions on that play.
Oh, here we go.
Certainly
First
not
and 10.
perfect. I think everybody agrees it's just a stopgap to see where it goes from here as they try to make the game safer. As Milne makes the catch.
Yeah, that's been one of the plays, like you said, that not just this year, but I know the league's taken a hard look at it for a long time, trying to figure out
Shout out
what
to Mike
exactly
Molina.
they can do
Says, I'm honestly
to keep
glad
that
to
a
see
part
I've
of the
been a Ravens
game
fan
and yet
since
somehow
96
minimize
when
the
it all
injuries
started.
that Joe talked about.
Ravens got a lot of hate, but honestly, if they can avoid injuries,
Points
they're
of
a decent
clarification
team.
for
Of
the
course.
season, use of helmet.
They're a great team if they can avoid
Roughing
injuries.
the
Shout out to you,
passer,
Mike.
which obviously gets a lot of attention year after year. Assisting the runner. Maybe we should have brought that to light with what we've seen the Eagles do a lot of. You can
get 8
push
yards on the play.
behind,
First
but you
down
can't
for
pull.
the Commanders.
Yeah, the Philly tush push.
Yes.
Still legal. And what they found was the impact of more first downs versus not when teams weren't doing it was not a huge big difference.
Yeah.
Not a big increase.
I'll be honest, that one surprised me a little bit. I really thought watching that last year that would be ruled out of the game.
Right.
Brissett hands off to Rodriguez.
Power
trying to
running,
put the
Rodriguez,
fumble
moving those
in the
legs.
rearview mirror.
He sure is. You see how he's holding the ball there, and he's obviously, like you said, Joe, he's going to be thinking about that
Shout
all
out to you,
night
357.
and probably all week. But he's trying to make amends for it, giving him the ball now and running tough.
Second down as Jonathan Williams now checks in and Rodriguez out. Getting some water.
You want me to get you a stool? You want to sit here? How long you want to sit here?
Second and 4, quick throw.
Here is
and
Williams.
couple
and
hits.
A nice play made by Tay Hayes as he came up to make the stop. A loss of 1. All the while, Lisa
Come on,
Salters
Brissett, you got to do
has
better
been
than that.
standing by with an interview guest. Sorry for the awkwardness there, Lisa. Take it away.
No worries. I'm with Ravens tight end Mark Andrews. Mark, I'm curious about this preseason win streak thing. What do you guys as players really think about it?
I think for us, just being here for a little while, it's a credit to the organization, how we practice and how versatile and deep of a team we have. Coach Harbaugh, Steve Bisciotti, from the top down, it's a great organization, and we work hard.
Oh, that's picked off. Ravens with the interception.
Something to you guys?
Yeah, we take pride in working hard in training camp and winning games.
You just got the ball back. Your offense is coming back on the field. Just what can you tell us about this new offense with your new offense?
Ravens defense stepping it up in the clutch.
We have a lot of playmakers. Obviously, our quarterbacks are going to play amazing. I'm excited for 8 and the season that he's going to have.
Pass was intercepted by
there's
Hayes.
so many guys, from our running backs to our receivers to our tight ends.
Baltimore be at their
we're gonna be a
18,
deep,
first and
versatile
10.
team, and it's going to be hard to stop.
What's your role in this new offense going to be?
Just make plays. I just want to win. I want to be there for my teammates, be a leader, and help this team to win games and hopefully go all the way.
And what's it going to mean for number 8, Lamar, to not just have you to rely on, but a healthy Odell Beckham Jr., Nelson Aguilar, Zay Flowers? Just what's it going to mean for him?
It's going to be incredible. It's going to be, he's going to be able to dish the ball out to so many playmakers, and that makes his life a lot easier. And for us, it's just about helping number 8 out. And when you have a guy like that back there,
this year, 10-7, 11-6.
Thank you, Mark. Have a great season.
5th or 6th seed. Yeah, if they stay healthy, I definitely had him going through the postseason.
He's so good, Mark Andrews. Three-time
I was
Pro
right about
Bowler.
there
He's
too.
Been an All-Pro.
10-7.
He's just awesome, and he is such a security blanket for Lamar Jackson. Let's go back to the interception by Tay Hayes on this throw that was behind the tight end.
John Bates is who he's trying to get the ball to, and he has a chance. John Bates actually runs a good route, something that they really wanted to see from him tonight as well. And if he just lays it out to the sidelines and Hayes, he just gets a gimme right there, and that's something that's been a strength really of Jacoby Brissett's throughout his career. He's always done a good job protecting the football.
That was 7 now for these Ravens.
Not a good throw at all.
Tay Hayes, who got the pick, was claimed 8 days ago, so he gets a moment here early with the Ravens on their roster. A loss of 1.
Shout out to Ray Grant, all the way from Canada.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Go back to Mark
Shout out to Canada in the house. What's up, Shante? What's going on with you, Shante? How you doing tonight?
He's been the security blanket for Lamar Jackson ever
Monday
since he
night.
started playing, and rightfully so.
Monday Night
know
Football.
How much I love Mark Andrews.
Preseason week 2.
I don't think that's really going to change a whole lot. I mean, he's still going to be a favorite of Lamar Jackson's, even with these
3rd and 8
receivers that they have. I just can't imagine getting away from him too much.
Brown out to his right, looking for somewhere to go, and along the sideline, incomplete to bring up 4th down.
If anything
and
else,
the
Joe,
Ravens
it's just
will
gonna
punt
open
back just that fast to the Commanders.
The attention that these others are going to get, and of course you draw the parallels and the comparisons of, okay, he's going to be the Travis Kelce. He's kind of been the Travis Kelce already, even already with the things that they're doing.
They've got 4 guys they like. Likely really blossomed last year. Isaiah Likely's dealing right now with a bruised knee. Charlie Kohler's made a couple of catches in this game, and Vokalek, the rookie, free agent from Nebraska, has got
punt.
2 touchdown catches.
Commanders take it from the 22.
Here is Kazmir Allen on the return, and he spins his way out
back
across
to the
the
40.
58-yard punt, 20-yard return. 8-point game. Commanders going back to work, trying to do something about this.
Quick timeout, commercial break. Scores 28-20. Commanders. What if we have another tie? That's been the theme lately. All these tie games. Costing people money. 28-20 is the score, ladies and gentlemen. We got 9 minutes left in the 4th quarter as we take a quick timeout. Commercial break. Ravens turnover coming soon. Pick 6 for a touchdown. I dig it. Shout out to you guys. 555 viewers, 321 likes. The next goal is 350. Make sure you're smashing that like, that thumbs up. It's much appreciated. Let's keep it going. Definitely one of those games that has that roller coaster feeling to it. Highs and lows. Shout out to Steph 1090, says I've even got my Ravens bracelet on. Ravens fans in the house, where you at? Purple and black hearts in the chat. Let's see how many Ravens fans is in the house. Where are the Commanders fans at? Red and gold in the chat. Let's see who steps it up for their team. Shout out to Mike Molina. I got my Dennis Pitta jersey on.
Aaron Rodgers debut, and he gets to do it at home. Hard Knocks has been so fun to watch.
All right, here we go.
As
First
Jake
and
Fromm
10 for the
takes over
Commanders.
at quarterback for Washington and hands off. Handoff
Big
to
run.
Derek Gore, and a nice carry to start this possession.
That's a great carry
for the Commanders, who trail by 8. And I'm going to rank them in order of importance. Aaron
So
Rodgers,
17 yards by Gore.
The mentalist.
1st and 10 for your Commanders.
Is number 2 on my list. And Liev Schreiber.
Yep.
Shout out to Autumn Renee.
God,
says Bengals living rent free is how we get the upgrades to the stadium.
41 times is number 3.
Keep us relevant. Who they? Shout out to you, Autumn. All right, here we go. 1st and 10.
I had a show once at HBO. Didn't really end all that well. From paging Jake Fromm, a 5th-round pick by the Bills back in 2020.
We had him here with the
Bills.
Bills.
Giants in 2021. He's been with the Commanders since last year. 3 games of NFL experience and 60 pass attempts. He has thrown a touchdown in the NFL and had a really highly decorated collegiate career at Georgia. 2nd down and 10. This is tipped.
Throw almost picked off.
With Derek Gore, the target.
Shout out to Brother Red for subscribing. Thanks a lot.
Somebody
Welcome to the
got
channel.
his hand on it. I'm going to give it to that guy,
subscribing.
James Caesar, even though I don't know if it was him.
Well, if the streak is going to end, let's see if it was.
Bingo.
Yep. Good job, Garrity.
He was not involved in that play. That was all me taking a guess.
I'm going to say, if the streak is going to end for the Baltimore Ravens, it's going to be Jake Fromm that gets it done.
Maybe John Perry can run down there and throw some flags. Slow down the Ravens. On 3rd down,
Fromm steps
dancing
up.
around,
Quick
finds
throw.
a receiver and gets a 1st down as the grab is made by Kyrie McGowan.
That's going to be McGowan. He'll get the 1st down, 11 yards on the play.
Yeah, and McGowan, these things just don't happen coming back to the ball like he did on that play. He just recognizes that his quarterback is in trouble, and then he works all the way back into his vision. As you can see, he works back in towards the middle right there and gives his quarterback a place to go. There's so many times you see a quarterback who's in trouble, receivers just
10.
don't really know how to uncover themselves, and that's worked on in practice.
Here's a good throw for another completion.
6-yard
After
catch.
McGowan, now it's Mitchell Tinsley, and they really like him. Mitchell with a good release off the line of scrimmage. And when we talked to Terry McLaurin, he said the guy who's constantly in my ear asking me questions about the offense, about the NFL, is Mitchell Tinsley. That would be a good guy to check in with if you're Tinsley talking about McLaurin.
Shout out to you, Shadow. You got all your shopping done?
What they talk about is just how great he is getting off the line of scrimmage like you talked about.
Here is Patterson getting the ball.
Patterson
and he's a yard
fights,
short,
but he's going to be just short
up.
by a yard. 3rd and 1.
Well, these are good moments for Jake Fromm and Mitchell Tinsley and all the other players that are out there on the field right now, just getting an opportunity. And whether it works out for them with Washington or for those guys that are out there playing defensively right now for the Ravens, you know, they're putting their play on the tape, and these scouts and general managers are watching those, and they get a chance. It may not work. Oftentimes it doesn't for a lot of these players that are right on the cusp and on the bubble. That doesn't work out for the team they went to camp with, but they get picked up and they go on and they have fine careers.
Just approaching the 5-minute mark. Handoff
For the 1st down as Derek Gore picks it up.
Gore
and
gets
keeps
8
rolling.
yards, picks up the 1st down. We're approaching that
So
5-minute
here
mark.
are the Commanders with a 1st down inside the 20 at the 16-yard line, down by 8 with under 5.5 to go.
So Gore came
Patterson
in and
back
had
in.
some nice
Gore
running.
checks out. Eric Bieniemy
See if
told
these
us it's been
Redskins can tie it
fun
up.
seeing it come together, watching guys grow. We need to give our team a chance to have a chance. And a good showing tonight by Eric Bieniemy's
Delayed
crew on
handoff,
offense.
and that's going to be
Handoff
wrapped
to
up for
Patterson,
no
and
gain.
Trenton Simpson makes that tackle, a gain of just 1.
You know, and then Eric Bieniemy, you're right, Joe, and he's he's been on the sidelines when he was at Kansas City. He's going to be on the sidelines here with Washington and wouldn't have it any other way. Said he just, there's a lot of play callers, Norv Turner being one of them, who was a head coach. Of course, if you're calling plays, you're down on the sidelines. But as soon as you're an offensive coordinator, they'd go upstairs. And guys see it pretty well. There's Todd Duncan, who would call, he doesn't want to be down there on the sidelines. He finds it more relaxing, not emotional, but all the things that he wants to be upstairs for are the reasons why Bieniemy wants to be on the sidelines.
Fromm throws. That's going to be caught.
Pass is caught. Patterson
fighting for the touchdown, but there's a flag. So wait a minute. There's a touchdown, but we got a flag.
And
it looks like it may be on the Ravens.
Patterson did not step out. At least that's the call now.
Personal foul, face mask. Defense, number 30.
Wow, count the touchdown.
Has elected to enforce
it's on the
penalty
defense.
On the try. Result of the play is a touchdown.
Well, now.
It's against Trenton Simpson right there, and then you watch Patterson tiptoe down the sideline.
Yeah, boy.
What a play. And I think the face mask actually helped him because it kept him inside the field.
He does not, but nobody just
Terrible
able to
play
get
by
him
the
out
defense.
those next couple yards before he's able to get across the goal line. And the Washington Commanders are going for 2. In a preseason game, you don't see this a lot.
No.
Coaches will kick the extra point, just say, okay, whatever it is, it is. None of them want to stay on the field and get more snaps in an overtime.
Here we go. They're going to go for 2.
Still plenty of time on the clock, and Rivera's going for it.
From the 1 after the penalty.
Fakes. Quick throw. That's caught. He's going to be short. Ravens defense stepping up. And they get the stop.
He denies the tie.
Denied.
Good job, Ravens defense.
And Kelly just closed it down and made the stop.
28-26.
Yeah, that was big time. That was big time. And by the way, John Perry just reminded me there's no overtime in preseason.
Quick shout out to Eric for subscribing. Thanks a lot, Eric. Welcome to the channel.
Tonight.
Oh,
Thank
man.
you for subscribing.
That's a big time play.
Kelly is a rookie 5th-round pick from Stanford. And boy, did he make a play out on the edge to show up on the stat sheet, and
So
I
no
think
tie tonight.
open some eyes with that strong tackle.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. No tie tonight.
Who's 6'1", 255.
Definitely going to be a winner.
Yeah, you could see it even on the tackle. The difference in size between the two of them, and those type collisions down there, they typically go to the bigger man, but Kelly did his job.
These two organizations went at it this past week in Owings Mills, and the Commander players were saying they were going to end the winning streak for the Baltimore Ravens. Sam Cosme was talking about
All right, Commanders will kick it back to the Ravens now with 4 minutes on the clock.
We kind of laugh about it. You heard Mark Andrews say it. It's good coaching, which you would think is the case.
It's going to be a touchback.
A deep, well-scouted roster that allows them in the second half of games to be competitive and be better than the backups that are on the other side.
That's a fact.
Shout out
that
to you, Mike.
True,
they pulled it through.
through.
Defense is stepping it up. I like the Ravens defense.
A lot of them, of course, aren't going to make the team, but it really does shine a light on the depth that
Shout
you
out to
have
Miss Diamond
on that roster.
What's going
So
on
when
with
you're
you
winning
tonight?
preseason games the way that the Ravens have, that's
Canada's still waiting
exactly
on an
what you
NFL
said,
team.
Joe. And he mentioned the organization.
The Toronto what?
We've been covering the Ravens for a long time under John
Montreal
Harbaugh,
what?
And talking whether it was Ozzie Newsome.
It's a good name for a Canadian football team.
You
from
don't find
from
an
the
organization
NFL
that is respected more universally amongst football people with their structure and how they're run.
Here's
Wow.
Brown breaking loose.
He's got plenty of
Out
space.
bounds at midfield. And
It's
a
almost like they just
25-yard
let Brown
carry
run. He'll get
by
25
the first-year
yards.
player from Oregon.
Not bad. That looked like that old offense that we used to watch.
Yeah.
You know.
24 yards for Brown.
We've
Just
talked
now
a lot
first and
tonight
10
about
at the
Odell
Baltimore
Beckham
49.
Jr. signing that one-year deal. Missed all of last season, got injured in the Super Bowl, tore his ACL, worked his way back, thought he might get on a roster at the end of last season, didn't happen. He has been nothing short of sensational. These players and coaches will tell you.
Good throw, broken
since he's
tackle.
come to the Ravens organization. And I know, Lisa, you had a chance to talk to Odell Beckham Jr. about how things have gone.
Montreal Falcons. We've already got a Falcons
He said he really did want to play last season, but kind of knew deep down that he wasn't ready, just needed more time to get healthy. And now that he got that time, he says he really feels good. He said, I may not be the guy from 2014. I may not be that 22-year-old beast, but I still have my gears that I can go to. And he said, I'm a lot faster than people might think. And I asked him, why Baltimore? He said he really had been leaning towards the Jets because he loves Aaron Rodgers and wanted to play with him. But
shout out to Bernice.
Says,
Come on, Ravens.
About this Baltimore team that was pulling him in this direction. He says he's happy now. He's healthy. Just can't wait to get back on the field week 1.
2 yards on the play.
When we talked to Todd Monken, we talked to obviously John Harbaugh. They just have raved not just about how he's come back from injury and now he's showing burst and speed. You know, John Harbaugh said he ran a play in against us when he was with the Giants. He's still thinking about. So he's shown a lot of those little flashes, but he's also taken on a leadership role with a lot of these
shout out to
younger
Michael
players
Harper
like
for following on
Flowers.
Facebook. Thanks a lot, Michael.
Yeah,
shout out to you, my man.
John Harbaugh had a
Thank you for the
front
support.
row seat a few years back.
Brown going deep. That's almost picked
Lot of
off.
hand checking, no flag.
And that's going to lead to 4th and 5.
Downfield, injured now is Dante Demas Jr. And Demas unable to get up. Leaning on his elbow, and Dante, a rookie free agent out of Maryland.
4th and 5, and there's an injury for the Ravens.
We check on Demas. Here's that front row seat that John Harbaugh had with Odell Beckham Jr., whose first 3 years in the league were as good as anybody's ever have been.
Boy, a quarterback's best friend when you can take a slant route like that and make it a house call. Yeah, it's what John Harbaugh said. I don't know if he's as fast as he was on that play in 2016, but he's not far off it. They've really been impressed with how he has looked.
Yeah, I mean,
Giants won that
2016
game,
Odell versus
27-23, had
2023 Odell.
222 receiving yards, a career high in that game. That was week 6 of 2016. And a throw from ESPN's Eli Manning, hitting him in stride. And as a member of the Giants, you know, he's been through a lot. You know, he's talked about how that game plan was really set up for him to shine in the Super Bowl. While with the Rams, he got off to that good start. Had a touchdown.
Steps in 90, yeah.
Tore his ACL.
Ravens will punt.
4th down, and the punt coming with Kaz Allen waiting as Jordan Stout hits it. And Kazmir with a fair catch.
Commanders will start at the 9, 1st and 10 with 2 minutes, 54 seconds left. Commanders looking to take the W.
Well, this is on everybody's mind these days, and you can help people affected by the Hawaii wildfires. Donate now at redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond and to help people recover. redcross.org/ESPN. You can donate.
Nancy
now.
love a close
Now
game,
the
especially
Commanders
Monday night. Especially Monday night.
Take over with the ball
2-point game.
at 9, down
2
by
minutes,
2.
54 seconds left. This is what it's all about.
Bob Papa, as good as they get.
28-26.
The New York Giants texted
Ravens.
me and said, I'm oddly interested in this win streak to see if it actually continues or if it ends here tonight. So, Bob, this drive I'm dedicating to you. 2:54 to go in what has been a really fun and really entertaining and really well played preseason football game here in week 2.
Fromm goes
floats
deep
it downfield
and complete.
off the hands of Curtis Hodges. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, just had a chance. Just
2:49 left on the clock.
You know, when you make that throw and you think you're going to come down with the completion and it just doesn't quite happen, and maybe if he was able to free up that right arm, maybe he is able to get to it just a little bit sooner, but good effort on his part.
He was on IR last year, Hodges. He is big. He's 6'8". Tight end, 240, huge catch radius, and they like him a lot. He gets an opportunity, and now before this play gets rolling, penalty flags. Here's the call.
False start. Offense, number 67.
So send him back 5 yards. 2nd and 14.
Correction, penalties half the distance to the goal. Repeat 2nd down.
Aaron Montero guilty of the false start. And that takes the ball back to the 5.
Long way to go. Big field.
From quick
throws.
setup and throw, and the pass is caught. That's Hodges. Able to haul this one in.
Shout
for
out
a
to
7-yard
Marcus
gain as we are
T.
approaching
Collins
the
for
2-minute
subscribing.
warning
Thanks a
here
lot.
in
Welcome to the
Landover.
channel.
You know, that's some of what
Thank
we've
you for
seen
subscribing.
from the Commanders under Eric Bieniemy.
3rd and 7 for these Commanders.
The things that he's brought from the Chiefs and how they would isolate the tight end to one
2:25
side
on the clock and counting.
Throw some of those routes, put the receivers to the field, and that's what we see from Hodges there. But we've seen it from Cole Turner. We saw it earlier in this game. We saw it last week as well.
4 down territory regardless.
Assuming Logan Thomas can come back from his injury, which I assume he will, and stay
All
healthy.
out blitz
they've got some
from
players.
throws to the middle. That's going to be caught.
Over the middle for a first down.
And that's Allen.
And a
He'll get 12 yards, get the Commander first down.
Casimir Allen with 1:58 to go. We at ESPN lost one of the best in June with the passing of director Kyle
Mike, you got to
Brown.
report back on that, bro.
Kyle worked at the company for 16 years, was a deeply admired member of Monday Night Football, and our production team was coming back to help us this year. He will be remembered as a kind
Shout out to you, Miss
soul,
Diamond.
a wonderful friend, and a loving and devoted husband and father.
He left a beautiful family behind, and I know everyone here at ESPN's thoughts and prayers are with him.
All right, so quick timeout, commercial break. We're at the 2-minute warning. Scores 28-26. Ravens up by 2. Commanders will have 1st and 10 at their 24 as we take a quick timeout. Commercial break. Quick shout out to Secret Man for subscribing. Thanks a lot, Secret Man. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I think the Commanders lose this game. We'll see, sir. We got a 2-minute drill coming up. Cairo Games says, I hope the Commanders win. They're my favorite. 2 minutes to go.
Plus, what Jim Harbaugh's suspension by Michigan could mean for his future there. And Bill Belichick talks Taylor Swift.
I don't know.
Yeah, he does. It's very important stuff. But not as important as this, Joe Buck. We got a win streak hanging in the balance. What more do you want on August 21st?
I mean, this is what you need. This is what you want. This is what you hope for, Scott. I'm intrigued.
Mike says, whoever is a Washington fan, I'll help you pour a bowl of cereal and then realize you have no milk.
Was talking about Taylor Swift.
That's right.
That's real hate there.
Right. We keep our finger on the pulse of America.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys.
I didn't get a handshake from him today, though.
All right, here we go. First and 10.
Taylor Swift.
Commanders up.
2 minutes left. From
quick
nice
throw on a slant. That's going to be caught by Tinsley for 8 yards. 2nd and 2.
Washington, all 3 of their timeouts, down by 2.
Hurry up offense. Fromm in trouble.
And is able to throw it away and avoid the sack as he got pressure from Trenton Simpson, who's been all over the place here late.
It's a great job by Fromm. Draped on him, and he's able to get the ball out to avoid the sack. What are we looking at? What are we looking at here? 30 yards or so to get a chance at a. There it is right there. He gets it out of his hands. A really nice job on his part.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, he's going to run. Throw is
and then missed Hodges.
Incomplete.
And Hodges wide open, and the throw just too high. It's 4th down.
He did the hard part.
Too high, incomplete.
He avoided the rush and kept the play alive.
4th and 11.
And if he just lays it.
Put it in his chest, Fromm.
You can see as he comes out of the pocket here to the right.
Terrible throw. He's wide open.
There's a lot of space. If he can just lay the ball and they catch this, there's room to run.
4th and 11.
And 11. Timeout taken by Baltimore. Just in case you're wondering, Jake Fromm's last comeback win was a 2018 Rose Bowl win in overtime.
Eric says that's why we let him go. Exactly.
So it's been a while in this
exactly
position, and he'll be thinking about that miss to tight end Curtis Hodges.
I want to know what Harbaugh is thinking about over there on the sidelines when we showed him. He's got a little grin on his face.
Well, the streak is alive because of this. At the end of the game, Ardarius Washington denying the 2-point try and getting the pick. And then tonight, another defensive back, Caillou Kelly, 5th-round pick from Stanford, making the tackle on Alex Arma to deny the tie. Here in this 4th quarter, it comes down to 4th down and 11.
4th and 11. This is it.
With a chance to extend the preseason winning streak to 25.
Pressure.
Fromm
throws. There's a flag. Oh, my goodness. Give him the 1st down. Defensive pass interference.
Got caught up with Corey Mayfield. And the flag flew.
Pass interference. Defense, number 39. Spot foul, automatic 1st down.
So move him to the 37. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Commanders.
Fromm got blown up in the pocket. There was the grab. But Fromm, he hangs in there, and he took a pretty good hit.
Shout out to you,
turning
SRT.
that one loose.
They gave him life.
2-point game. Minute 4, 3 timeouts for the Commanders.
Fromm throws. That's going to be caught.
Bryson
They'll get to the 50. 1st and 10 Commanders.
45
Eric W. That's what the timeout was for. Fromm deep throw. Incomplete.
Incomplete.
Tinsley had it in his hands, couldn't reel it in.
They're just playing against the downs right now with 3 timeouts, and They need 15 yards. 15 yards from where they are now for a chance to kick a 53-yard field goal.
Joey Sly, who just saw the team release Michael Badgley yesterday. Sly has won that kicking battle, it appears. He may get a chance to win it
36 seconds.
Play clock was at 1 second.
Throw
and 10
on a screen. It'll be
inside
caught.
the 45 by
They
Casimir
got their
Allen.
timeouts.
And the Commanders will take the timeout.
Pretty soft coverage. It was a good read by Fromm. Real easy completion. And
Eric says they mentioned that record too much. Ravens
plenty of
losing.
time.
They mentioned that record so many times. That's been the whole talk of the game.
For Joey Slide.
24-0.
Talking about this,
24.
Freaking out about it. 58
24-0.
yards, which means getting the ball to the 40. They're 4 yards away from that.
Yeah, you didn't think you'd be talking about that. I didn't think I'd be breaking down strategy.
3rd and 4. The ball will be at the Baltimore 44. 31 seconds, and they have 2 timeouts left.
I'm on my own. Instead, drama. On the 21st of August, week 2 of the preseason, 3rd down and 4. Now the Ravens will take a timeout.
Okay.
John Harbaugh gave us a little smile when we brought it up to him.
He did.
And like Lisa said early in the pregame report, when we said, why do you think you've won 24 in a row? Yes, he did say luck. And then he said, and a few other things. But I think it's important to him that they win this game and this thing stays alive.
I think it's important to all these players.
Nick Sirianni was aware of it at the end of the Philly game we just showed you, and he said he wanted to be the one to end that win streak. So they went for 2,
Shout out
and
to you, Eric.
the play was made by Ardarius Washington.
They changed the coverage from what they showed prior to that timeout. They were singled up. Now they got the safeties back here deep.
Fromm, quick throw,
Pass caught.
and that's going to be another first down.
Clock winds. Washington takes the timeout as Bryson Tremaine made the grab, and you've got 25 seconds left, 1 timeout, and they are on the outer edges of field goal range now for Joey Sly.
Pretty good route there by Tremaine. Just gets him running, gives him a chance.
Our second quarter guest and new managing general partner Josh Harris down on the field, wondering, he already got a game ball last week in week 1 of the preseason. Should have asked him when he was here what he did with
So
that.
ball is on the 39,
Up on the
26
mantle
seconds.
or in his trunk or wherever it
First
is.
and 10.
He's got his sights set on more than preseason wins, but his team has really shown a lot here tonight. Both sides have. From Howell to Brissett to Fromm.
Here they come. Here come the Ravens. They're all up there.
You think they don't want
Pressure.
the streak to
Fromm
continue?
throws. That's caught, but he dropped it.
Tinsley had it.
Did he have
And now
possession?
they're finally saying incomplete.
All right, it's
Had it
incomplete.
and then lost it.
Ruling on the field is this incomplete pass.
Incomplete, 2nd and
Incomplete
10.
pass, 2nd down.
And Rivera's asking him to check.
My goodness.
It was knocked out at the end
So
of that
hold
play
on.
by Ardarius
We need a
Washington,
catch.
I believe.
Yeah, Ardarius Washington is the guy.
Brings
and
it down.
he's injured
1,
there.
2. No, he didn't
They're
have.
tending
He
to
didn't
him
have
now.
possession. Yeah, he didn't have
I
possession.
thought maybe he got a hand on it, but I'm not so sure. Tinsley has a chance. A perfectly thrown ball by Fromm, but right now, really the only concern for Baltimore and John Harbaugh is Ardarius Washington. He'd hate to see
Shout out
another
to you,
defensive back go down in this one.
John Perry, you like the call of no catch.
Yeah, incomplete pass.
Yeah, it's an
As
incomplete.
that third step comes down, the ball comes loose. Hopefully they'll reset the game clock because they did let a couple steps go.
So it's an incomplete pass. Washington made a really good play. Going to play some nickel. Listed as a safety. Will go inside with the injuries at corner. They added, the Ravens did, Ronald Darby during the week. Had a torn ACL last year with Denver, former second-round pick, and he'll get involved here. Washington able to get up. He just made the play to keep the streak alive for the moment as he knocked that out of the hands of Tinsley.
Well, you bring the all-out blitz like that, and then you see a play. You're not able to get to the quarterback, and you have an opportunity. Washington did to basically win the game with a chip shot field goal.
Second and
what
10.
does Mike McDonald do here? Does he give that same look, force the ball out of Fromm's hand? It looks like it. I mean, they've got 11 guys within 3 yards of the ball.
Second and 10. Low snap.
Low snap.
Good job
Deep
by
throw.
Fromm.
Fromm goes for it all. Third and 10.
Tinsley again. He's been a favored target and a
Third
guy
and
that has
10,
turned some
18
heads this
seconds.
camp. And now with a third down, you'd like to bite off some more yardage here at the least. You're looking at a 57, 58-yard try by Sly to win it if you don't get any more yardage here as Bieniemy dials it up.
I mean, you got to go for the run
They
here.
do have one timeout left.
Run or a
preseason
screen.
been a part of.
Shout out to Secret Man. There you go.
I will
You know
remember
it.
for a long,
Run or a screen. It's that
long
simple.
time. It's good.
Our producer
Enjoy it.
said it's the only one I've been a part of, so that's not true.
And
Thanks,
they
Steve
go with
Apples. Here's a
neither.
pass
But
caught underneath,
he gets the
out
pass
of
off,
bounds,
gets some more yards.
short of first down yardage.
12 seconds.
But now
It's 4th and 2 at the 31. This is it for all the marbles, ladies and gentlemen.
Come with a kick here, and they will.
Will the Commanders get the
Sly
W?
will come out to try and win it and end the 24-game win streak in the preseason for the Ravens. It'll be a 49-yard try. We've already had 4 lead changes in this game. And timeout taken
And Baltimore's going
by
to
John Harbaugh.
try to freeze the kicker.
Or at least they blew it dead. Thought Harbaugh maybe called a timeout. Here's a call from
Ball
Ron
was snapped.
Torbert.
Washington called its third and final charge timeout at the half. It's a
Wow.
30-second timeout.
They're icing their own kicker. If this goes through, the win streak is over, and it would be lead change number 5 in what's been a really fun night.
Vegas making
here
a
in
ton of
Landover,
money.
Maryland.
Ton of money. Nobody expected this at all.
The crowd is on their
Mike
feet.
says he's prepared to cry.
This is good stuff.
All right, here we go.
Kick is up.
Kick is.
And it is good. It's good.
9 seconds left.
Commanders go up by 1, 29-28.
Top by 1.
My goodness. Commanders potentially breaking the streak. Wow. Unbelievable.
Nice moment for Joey Sly.
I mean, I know it's a preseason game, Joe, but
Shout out to
I mean, you
Mike.
watch
He's like,
this
"What is
crowd,
life
and-
right
and
now?"
There's a lot of people who have
What
left
is
tonight
life?
with it being a preseason game and all that, but this feels good.
Stacy
It does.
45. It
It
actually
does to
works.
him.
It actually works when they ice the kicker sometimes.
Josh Harris, a 58-year-old. This is a team that and an organization that hasn't won a playoff game since 2005 wild card game. They're looking for anything, and they've got a new ownership group. They've got a roster with a lot of talent on it, a young quarterback, a veteran head coach. This has been a special night here, as crazy as that is to say, on the 21st of August.
And 10 seconds left on the
They
clock.
put a second back on the clock. 10 seconds remain.
Well, now.
And Sly gets to
Very,
celebrate.
very interesting. Hey, Baltimore could run one play here, right? One play.
How about Jake Fromm getting him down into position? Did a nice job here tonight. The quarterback play, 5 deep.
Justin
total.
Tucker, new world
5
record.
different players.
They got to get him
Combined,
to
the two sides
60.
have been
It's got to be quick, whatever they do.
Brown
7 seconds. He throws, airs it out.
It's intercepted.
And it's intercepted. That is
Picked
ball
off by Kendall Smith.
game.
And that'll seal it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. I'm honestly in shock. I really am. I did not expect this from these Commanders on a Monday night.
The rookie and college free agent from Illinois ends this night with 1 second left on the clock. We'll have a snap. And the Washington Commanders will go to 2-0 this preseason and send the Ravens to 1-1 and snap the 24-game win streak in the preseason.
Wow.
Well, nobody's expecting much from Washington going into this season. They're talking about the Eagles and the Cowboys and the Giants and the NFC East, but there's some talent on this team. And
well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Commanders take it by 1 in a ridiculous game. It was great. It was great from start to finish. Obviously, we had some low points, but it was a really good, hard-fought game on both sides. I wouldn't be mad if I was a Ravens fan right now. I just wouldn't be mad at all. You guys did great. It's just I'm thinking the time of possession is what really hurt the Ravens. They didn't utilize that clock enough and let these Commanders come back and win by 1. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. 29-28. Commanders take it. Make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Click that bell. Turn on your notifications that way you don't miss a stream. I will put up the stream schedule on the community chat for those who are interested, so you guys know what we're doing for the next 4 games for week 3. Prediction videos will drop. Power ranking videos will drop. We'll have all those going through this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then heading into Thursday. You guys know how we do. So be on the lookout for those. In the meantime, everybody, have a good night.
Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. I'm running the race and I'm faster than them. Yeah, yeah. All of the trash, forget them. I'm running the race and I'm faster than them. Yeah, yeah. All of the trash, forget them. You know I gotta come back. You know I gotta get the racks. You know I gotta get them M's. I'm running the race and I'm faster than them. Yeah, yeah. All of the trash, forget them. I'm running the race and I'm faster than them. Yeah, yeah. All of the trash, forget them. Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid. Who am I? I'm so flagrant.